immigrants who are charged, arrested, or convicted of committing crimes including burglary, theft, or shoplifting. Georgia's economy is nearing a milestone. The Georgia Department of Labor says today the number of jobs in the state is just 6,000 shy of 5 million, an all-time high. The unemployment rate in the state holds steady at 3.7%. It is now 3:03, and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, looking at trouble up in Canton, 575 northbound at Riverstone Parkway, exit number 20. You're slow just before Highway 20. Cherokee County authorities say they are en route to that, so just be mindful of those delays. Already filling up through downtown from 7585 southbound, 17th Street. No relief till you get down to I-20. And we're slow on I-20 eastbound. Just volume, though, the West Freeway from Riverstone Parkway as you make your way over to I-285, the west side perimeter. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. A mix of sun and clouds today, high 42. Cold for tonight as temperatures fall into the mid-20s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 43. Saturday, sunshine, morning low 23, afternoon high 46.
37 in Snellville, 40 in Douglasville, 37 in Milton. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Hessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, he's back, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Thank goodness the great thaw is on. 66 hours below freezing there, Eric. We're thawing out.
I like the fact that you are counting the hours.
He's a summer guy.
I am a summer guy. I
understand that.
Cannot wait until lake days are back.
Now, I hate to do this to you, but actually, I think that's a good thing for the entire year. I want you to continue from this point forward to let us know how many hours we have been above freezing.
You got it.
It's
I'll keep a tally on it.
You know, it's radio. We come here, we have fun, a lot of ha-has, but it's about information as well.
That's
and
right.
I think people want
to make a dynamic graph.
I think you should.
Excel.
Could you do that almost in like topographical map way, like with a different
Absolutely, I can.
Thank you. Is that what you mean by dynamic map? Because
No, a dynamic map would be like you can update it, and the graph will update as well.
oh, very good. It all sounds good. It sounds like a plan to me.
All right,
And topographical would show elevation. So
That's something. But I
But
mean,
what he
what I
means
meant
is those,
was like
the line graph,
The
right?
look, the look of it. I see what you're saying.
no. What I'm saying is you would take like the line graph thing and you would turn it into like a topographical map, meaning the peaks would be like mountains and
Yeah, and you show the that would be the spikes in the temperature. I see what you're saying.
Exactly, yes. I guess maybe I'm asking for a little too much. It's possible that, as a certified visionary, I may be ahead of the rest of the room. I understand, but
Jared's board eligible.
That's true. I am board eligible.
Isn't everybody board eligible for anything? Aren't I eligible? Aren't I board eligible? Now, first I have to go to school and learn the thing, but there's no one who's not board eligible.
Christina Edwards told me I'm a board eligible meteorologist.
Yeah, see, I think we'd all be board eligible, meaning if we do the work, they're not going to
Jared,
tell us you can't be
you
board.
I was bored. I'm Christina Edwards.
Oh, thank you, Christina.
I had Christina on the other day, and I forgot to mention to her that I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me. And when I put it out there, I think once people hear it, then you'll hear it. But sometimes when she finishes her weather reports, what I hear is, I'm Christina F. Words.
I'm Christina Edwards.
And she was just here, and I forgot to bring it up. I'm sure.
Christina Edwards. I'm Christina Edwards.
Yeah, it's see, now what's going to happen is people will start hearing it just because I put it in their head. Because it could possibly just be me. It's like, remember the old backward masking and all the religious groups? Yeah, they would tell you before they played it backward, they would say, you can hear My Sweet Satan. So then once they put it in your head, and it's oh my goodness, it is.
Well, the Queen won. It's fun to smoke marijuana. Marijuana.
I don't know that one. I
That's-
don't know that one.
You don't?
No, I'm not familiar with
You
that
play
one.
another
I don't
one
either.
bites the dust backwards and says, it's fun to smoke marijuana. Marijuana. Marijuana.
Can you imagine how difficult it would be to write your songs so that forward they're actually hits that people can sing and dance to, but you have to figure out a way to get that satanic backward message in there at the same time?
Well, if the devil's helping you write it, it's probably
Yeah.
easier.
I'm guessing the devil did all the writing.
He did.
That's probably true. I did not think of that. And yeah, the whole thing is a
The devil
presentation.
really wants kids to smoke pot.
And
He has
apparently,
nothing else to worry about.
well,
Turn
you
me
know,
on, dead man.
it's a gateway to everything else. If the devil can get you smoking the weed,
Yeah.
then the devil can come along and say, you think that's fun? Check out this website. I see you're a person who likes to think outside the box.
Starts with weed, then he comes to Georgia for a soul to steal.
Well, listen, that whole thing
Well,
was,
that's overt.
I believe, a complete and total. I get in trouble with my religious friends.
Why? How?
I think the devil actually won that one.
I think he did too. He's
Absolutely.
much better.
It's
a-
The devil had a little more versatility in his
Run, boy,
Yeah, and then
run.
the other guy had, the guy playing on, the protagonist
Is it?
or the
Is it
antagonist.
Johnny? Was his
Johnny.
name? Was he
Yeah.
Johnny?
My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin.
sin.
Well, then you should walk away.
Yeah. If you think it's a sin,
Don't confront the devil.
don't
Yeah.
do it.
But I guess if the devil's gonna, try and bet me, then I love to bet, and so
Yeah.
I'm.
What did
Let me
Johnny
shoot
win?
this heroin first.
Johnny only
He
won.
got to keep his soul.
He got to keep his soul, but that's not really winning.
No,
That's
he
like-
won the Fiddle of Gold.
Oh,
that's right. He
that's
did
right.
win
Yeah.
the Fiddle of Gold.
It's been a while since I heard the song.
Against your soul.
And I also mixed it up with that other song from Charlie Daniels that came out a little bit later, where it's like, "Go put your hand on a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and you'll find." Well, like, what was that? Like a patriotic song. It was a huge song. It was the other huge Charlie Daniels song after.
Willie Swamp was the hit after the devil went down to Georgia.
Now I don't remember who talks about Willie Swamp. These
I love
days?
that song. You don't know that
was it?
song?
What was that song?
Is it called In America?
It
says-
I think it-
think that we'd ever get together again
it's
In
the-
America.
It's
It
not,
says just go and lay your hand on a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
That was around that time, but wasn't
Yeah.
a huge hit.
that was a hit. That was a bigger hit than Swampy Butt or whatever it is
No,
you're talking
Willie
about.
Swamp was a top 10 song.
Woolly Willy Swamp Butt.
The Legend of Willie Swamp. You don't know that song?
I don't, but I do know it's Charlie Daniels made a quite an arc, like because one of the first things I knew from him was the song, like being a long-haired freak, and like people were yelling at him when he goes into the bar or whatever. That was like one of his first songs.
I was taking a trip out to Uneasy Rider.
Yeah, and so like he starts out as a hippie, as the outside of the system, and then by 1980, he's like just hugging Ronald Reagan. Like he had a whole
He
which
wrote a
is
song
great.
about
People
Hillary
change.
Clinton.
About not liking her.
I don't like the president or her husband.
So it's kind of interesting is at the end, maybe if he was in that same bar or wherever it was that the Uneasy Rider walked into, maybe roles would have been reversed and he would have been like one of the guys
He
in the
did,
bar.
though. He went around again and came back to, well, maybe I'm a little nuts. Because he put out an album, Dylan covers, and he
Yeah.
was back in the fold.
Did he really? Wow.
He's on Ringo's country album, not the new one, but the one from like Bukus of Blues.
Bukus of Blues
It was
that I
before he was
called
famous.
Beckups of Blues.
Beckups of Blues?
What that word was.
To me, it's a title only because I'm 60 years old and I'm a huge Beatles fan and I've never listened to it. So it's just a title only to me.
I've got the album if you'd like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've
The new
listened to
one's
the
pretty
vinyl,
good.
aren't you?
The new one's pretty good. Yeah, I'm getting into vinyl. By the way, do you have? This is just between me and Autumn. If you got something
Okay.
else to do, just go ahead and do it right now. I don't text and I don't call people, so I just take care of this on the air. But do you have the Beatles mono vinyl thing?
Yeah.
How much do you want for it? Because I got to tell you, I went and looked for a price because they're. They put those out in like 2010 or something like that. I can't remember what, but they did there's not a lot of them. And
Really?
I shouldn't tell you the price that I saw that I went, no way. But I would.
Well,
be,
I can just find it. You don't. It's not like
Well,
a secret. It's not
it's
like
too
you found
late
a
now.
secret.
Reveal
It's
it,
almost-
Autumn.
it's
Reveal the
almost-
price.
It's almost $3,000.
Whoa.
So now that I've told you that, even if you sold them now, you'd sold them to sell to somebody else.
$5,000.
I'll give you one.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it
Are
play?
are they in good shape?
Yeah, they're in excellent shape.
Have you taken care of them?
Yeah, of course. They've
She's
stayed
an only
in the box.
child. Of course, they're in good shape.
What does that
That's
mean?
true. I didn't have to fight with my siblings over that.
Only children. Child. Is it only child syndrome?
Yeah.
Only child syndrome is a real thing. They take care of their things, and they are not good at sharing things, and they hold on to them throughout their whole life.
Not good at sharing, but will they sell them? That's the
Good
question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Gosh, let me think about it.
All right, you think about it. But now I've already told you can get twice as much. Or actually 3 times.
I was wrong, by the way.
You?
Yeah,
Oh,
can you
no.
believe
You,
that?
Tim Andrews, you're never wrong about
From
anything.
the update desk.
In America, peaked at number 11 on the Billboard charts. And then after that, Willie Swamp peaked at 31. But Willie Swamp is a better song.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What matters is I was correct.
Yes.
It was the follow-up hit.
I ain't never heard no Willie Swamp.
Hey, you know what? Go lay your hand on a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and ask them if they've heard Willie Swamp.
Well, if they can wake up from their drunken stupor, I'll let you
Maybe
know
it'll
what
be
they
one of
say.
those. Maybe it'll be one of those things where if I heard it, I go, "Oh, that song."
Yeah.
But by the name, I don't recognize it whatsoever.
I had no idea that he had other hits that made the
tons
top
of them.
50. Well, I knew that he had. Obviously, he's still touring, so you
No,
see.
he had well,
Still in Saigon.
He had. Still in Saigon, which was obviously he saw Apocalypse Now, right? Because that opening scene.
Yeah.
Saigon. Still in Saigon, in my mind, right?
I think so.
Something like that.
Uneasy Rider 88 as well.
Well, I don't think that one went as well as the first time around. But
Damn hippies everywhere. I'm going to shoot them.
he completely flipped. All right, very quickly before we get to no, we got time here. I'm getting confused. We have no traffic in a moment. Let's do this anyway. Word of the day.
of the day. Done.
Huh?
Done.
As in finished?
As in
Done.
what? Is this the laziest word of the day, or are we dealing with homonyms here?
Done.
Done.
I ain't that lazy. So
Done.
we are dealing in a homonym here. It is not meaning the task is completed or that things are over, and it's not spelled the same way. In fact, it is spelled D-U-N.
Done.
To make,
Like Brooks and Dunn.
I think he had a
That's
double
two.
N.
That's two
I think he had
ends,
a
yeah.
double N.
Two ends, yeah.
Neon Moon.
Double N and a very wild goatee.
Done.
Is to make repeated and insistent demands upon, especially for the payment of a debt. So if you owe something and you keep getting, calls and stuff from the whatever, that they are dunning you. They're
Done.
dunning you, which is the verb is dunning. D-U-N, to persistently insist demands upon, especially for the payment of a debt. And this host has to use that word
Done.
in some sort of kind of fairly natural, organic way.
Can't use dunning though. You have to use done, right?
Don't you tell me what I can and cannot do.
I'm just
Well,
making
if
sure.
it's a
I'm
verb, you can use it.
You don't watch
anyway,
your
right?
mouth, you'll be done.
Done.
D-O-N-E, my friend.
I'm just trying to understand the rules, and for those playing along
It's a
at
new
home.
era. Trump's back in power. Loyalty matters.
Loyalty matters. Fealty is another thing that matters.
Fealty.
To the
Fealty.
leader.
Right. That's a good word, too. We should have used that
Fealty.
word.
I don't know
Fealty.
what it means. I just, I
Well,
can say it, and you get the
Comes from
general
fidelis.
idea.
It's
that's
it's when
stupid,
you
Loyalty?
it's like a loyalty. It's fealty. Yeah, you're
Bootlicker.
I think loyalty has to be the same thing as fealty, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Mhm.
Somebody look it up.
Well,
Well, Autumn
Done.
keeps saying, but I don't know if she knows what she's talking about.
I do.
Maybe we just proved that Tim was wrong. We can't have Autumn being wrong too.
No, I want. To me, it's a wash then.
A great canceling out.
I
you know-
typed in what's the difference between fealty and loyalty, and it gave me a story about John Bolton. So
By the way,
what?
not loyal. By the way, Autumn, it occurs to me that we haven't even started the new story on the words of the day, and here we are
I
on
know,
the
I've been thinking about
23rd.
that.
Oh, you're thinking about it. Well, get back
I've
to
realized
us.
it. I'm like, it's happening, and I know that I haven't done it, and it's
Yeah.
just growing and growing, and
Yeah.
it's just sitting there looking at
I
me.
don't wonder how many words it is now. Well, we've been back since the 6th.
That's right.
Then we had
We missed some days.
missed a couple of days
Had a
because of
snow
weather
day.
and that sort of thing. So, can we round up the words for Autumn so
Yeah,
that
you can find them in Slack.
on Friday, which I believe, I know I was confused about this yesterday, but I believe Friday is tomorrow. and that would be a good day to start a new story. And it needs to be in a different genre. Okay, we did kind of did sort of it became sort of science fiction-y. It started out as so it was almost like a steampunk thing. It started out in the 1800s and then it got science fiction-y. I would like you to do it in the style of those books that Jared's wife and her friends are reading, all about the
romance novels,
being in love with dragons, or what is
Chicklet.
Well, chicklet can be a lot more of that too. Chicklet can encompass like
Can be like bodice rippers.
Rom-com. What about rom-com?
Well, that's chicklet for films. I think I'm thinking more like the specialty. It's like, aren't they like they fall in love with dragons and stuff? What is that?
and
The
like
Rose
sometimes
and the
there's
Thorn
wolves
or
and
something
stuff.
like that? Is that what one of them is? The Rose and the Thorn?
That's one of them. I know that
Yeah.
Tina read that whole series, and then there's
Yeah.
a couple other of just trash
That
chick
whole
lit series like that.
That whole you're using chicklet wrong. Chicklet is a wider thing, and it can go into and penetrate even higher literature. You know, like some people consider who's the guy who
Or
wrote
like Jane Austen.
Well, no, because I would say like who's the guy who wrote World According to Garp? All of his books, they're really good books, but some people consider that chicklit. I'm not saying that it is because
John Irving.
John Irving, yeah. So
it's a court of thorn and roses, by the way. That's the correct one.
So get the what do you call that? When you get you don't have to read the whole book.
Synopsis?
Cliff's Notes.
Oh, Cliff's Notes.
Cliff's Notes.
Or get a synopsis of it and give us something in that style. I definitely early on would like some sort of erotic thing between the protagonist and the dragon.
This is great. It's called romantasy, by the way. Romantic fantasy.
Romantasy. Oh, there it is. It's fantasy and romance right together. It's romantasy. How many women are out there now?
Rock and roll romantasy.
In their 20s and 30s who don't know how to tell their husbands, can you dress up like Barney?
And kind of like I'm saying no, but I'm saying yes.
And also, can you I don't know. There's like, remember that time you were a dinosaur on Halloween? Can you go get that outfit again? Because women, they're reading about this stuff. That means to me they want to have sex with a dragon, and the closest thing we have to that is dinosaurs. Like, I guess you can get dragon outfits. But how can I be wrong when I say that we have a generation of women who want to have sex with dragons?
You're not wrong. I have a friend that read over 130 of these books last year. 130 of these chick-lit romantasy books.
That's why
it took less time to write them for her to read them, by the way. Anyway, yes?
Well, that's why that subgenre of toys, they have the dragon ones.
For the ladies.
Yes.
What's this? Oh, you're talking about toys.
Toys is all I'm going to say.
Pleasurable toys.
Right. They look like
toys that give adults pleasure.
What we think of dragons would look like if there were such a thing.
Adults. Well, are you saying that there were never dragons?
There were never dragons.
George Clark tells me there definitely.
There were dragons. There weren't dinosaurs.
He doesn't believe in dinosaurs, but he believes that there were dragons. Yeah, I think that you're putting us on. By the way, George Clark, I think if I pumped you full of sodium pentothal, you would admit that you kind of think that there probably were dinosaurs. That's what I think.
Right.
Full of phone calls, you're there all by yourself watching the inauguration. I can't remember. How'd you watch it? Like in a bar or something?
No, I watched it on my phone on a bus. Yeah, I was walking around the National Mall looking for a television or a group of people to watch it with, and it was coming up on noon, and I said, I got to get somewhere to sit down, and there was a bus that I needed to get on, so.
Did you feel like, well, at least I'm in the city where it's happening, so or the district that it's happening, so did you feel like, well, I'm closer to the action?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Other people were there selling.
Oh, was the bus full of MAGA people?
No, not the bus, but.
Oh.
Did you hold your phone up so other people could watch your phone too?
No,
you guys
I
watched it together?
I had my headphones in. And...
So now this is the interesting part. George Clark is an interesting dude. A great guy, but an interesting dude. And I feel like he's one of these people that maybe I know him like maybe a third of what is. There's like 2/3 of George Clark that I do not know. The part I know, I like. He's very good. What would we call him? Assistant
loyal
producer? He's loyal. He's got fealty. So it was your birthday.
Yes.
And you decided, well, since I'm going for the inauguration, I'll just stay a couple extra days. You stayed through Wednesday.
Yes.
And but now we find out that much like Inauguration Day, you were just wandering around alone on your birthday in the District of Columbia.
Yeah, so I did a thing on my birthday that's a bit odd, and I'll tell you guys about it if you want.
Yes.
All right, so I told you on Monday when I had talked to you the day of the inauguration that I had seen that some people that I liked from a reality show were in town, and I saw they were one of them was streaming, and I kind of very quickly figured out where she was in the city, and I went and stream sniped. So that's when somebody's live streaming. So I showed up, and she was actually very nice, and we sat and talked. I had a beer, and we talked on the stream, and we actually walked to a bookstore.
Really?
Yeah,
On the
store.
Really?
Yes.
On the stream?
So
on the stream.
And so did you?
This is romantic.
Well, it seems like it, but maybe she was married or something. So.
She wasn't married, and I didn't expect it to feel like that at all. I thought, I'd pop in and be like meeting somebody that's famous. You'd get a picture. She told me to, buzz off, and I would buzz off, but she was way more welcoming, and we kind of hit it off, I guess, in the conversation. She was interested in the bookstore that I knew about down the street, and so we walked down.
It's kind of like a little bit of a date. So you're suggesting something, and she's like, "Well, I'll follow you now."
Yeah, that's a movie right there. Yeah. That's a rom-com.
Well, until we don't know the end, we don't know what happened.
Romanticy.
Once was there a dragon?
Was there a suitcase?
Yeah. I kind of figured that most of the people in this chat on this stream were fans of the show that I was fans of and knew her from that. But I kind of realized as this was going on that a lot of these guys are here from before the show, and they kind of like almost consider her their girlfriend or their friend.
So now they hate you.
So they there was half that were like, "Oh, he knows about the show we know about. That's awesome," and then half were like, "Get this guy out of here. He's stealing our
lady."
So we walked to the bookstore after having a drink at this restaurant, and her phone died. And I could tell, like, she was like, they're going to be freaking out in the chat and all that. But we continued on to the bookstore, and the two of us, like, hung out for a second. And she got an Uber.
Yeah.
And
you didn't
went
just
away.
jump in?
And I kind of, like, felt like I shouldn't bother her anymore.
Right.
It was a good experience. She didn't hate me or anything.
It's a natural end.
A natural end. And then I went off to Minetta Tavern, which is a great restaurant. They treated me like a king, and I had dinner by myself, but it was great.
Dinner by himself.
Yeah.
on his birthday. Now, let me just say this. And if that was Jared, she would have not have ended the evening by herself. And that's something I'm saying. Jared is unbelievable, and I was never that way. Believe me, I was never somebody who was just, oh yeah, snap, boom, we're together. But this Jared Yamamoto, if he had been in that situation and wasn't married, something would have gone down.
You know what? But hold on. Let me give George props.
Live, too, streaming.
The fact that you went there by yourself and you found this streamer, you stream sniped her, hung out with her long enough to go and grab a drink with her, props to you, man. Props to you.
Stream sniper, so I don't have to stream alone.
At the end of the conversation,
the DC stream sniper.
When things were ending there, George, you should have. I'm telling you how. I have so many questions now at the end.
No. We don't want questions, Jared. What was the move? What was the thing?
There was one little hiccup I'll tell you guys about in a second.
Okay. All right.
I think that's where it started.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You farted somewhere along the line. Something happened. All right. We'll get to that when we get back.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Georgia farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlGeorgia.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Georgia farmers.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story: family members and community activists demand action after a man is killed during the clearing of a homeless encampment in Atlanta.
We're here at the city council meeting today to say clearly to this mayor and to the city council that platitudes and I'm sorry is not enough.
Community activist Derek Bozeman is among those speaking at City Hall in support of the family of Cornelius Taylor. The city calls his death a tragic accident. An Atlanta federal judge throws the book at an international drug trafficker.
A U.S. district judge sentenced 37-year-old Canadian Arden McCann to 30 years in federal prison. Charges out of the Northern District of Georgia say McCann made millions running a China to the U.S. fake Xanax racket on the dark web. The case came together when authorities seized millions of counterfeit Xanax pills, $200,000 in cash, and more than a dozen guns and bulletproof vests. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
The Sackler family and Purdue Pharma, the maker of the addictive painkiller OxyContin, reach a $7.4 billion settlement with a bipartisan coalition of 15 states for fueling the opioid crisis. Opioid-involved overdose deaths have been rapidly rising in Georgia since 2010, beginning with increased use and misuse of prescription opioids. Under the terms of the settlement, the Sacklers would not be protected from future litigation as they previously requested. Hartsfield-Jackson Airport resumes normal operations after the delays and cancellations related to winter weather. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens questions why dozens of TSA workers called out this week because of ice and snow.
150 individuals decided not to show up for work yesterday morning, which meant that Atlanta Airport only had 23 gates out of 57.
The lower north checkpoint was closed for hours, while the rest of the checkpoints all reached waits of more than an hour at times. It is 3:32, and it's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Alex Williams is in the 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Bill, got some better news in Canton. Earlier crash, 575 northbound at Riverstone Parkway, exit number 20. That is cleared. Delays have improved. I think we just had some trouble clearing Marietta, 75 southbound just past North Marietta Parkway. A little sluggish there as you leave Highway 5. And if you're traveling I-85 northbound, added to Cabin in Gwinnett County, that afternoon volume continues to fill in from 316 up to Indian Trail. Downtown brake lights find you 85 southbound south of 400. You're on and off the brakes through Midtown from 17.
Especially the service companies you use for your home or business. For me, that's Ragsdale Heating and Air. They've been in business nearly 3 decades. Many employees there for 10, 20 years and even longer. I've been a customer for many of those years. And 2 words come immediately to mind when I think about the good people at Ragsdale. Caring and competent. It shows in all they do, whether it's heating, air conditioning, plumbing, or electrical. I've got their technicians stopping by twice a year for preventive maintenance, and that's a great time to take care of small problems like a clogged drain or the filter I forgot to change before they become big problems. And when it's time for a new system, Ragsdale stands behind their work with their trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on new Carrier home comfort systems. As one of the most Google-reviewed HVAC companies in Metro Atlanta and a well-earned 4.9 rating, Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust. Go to RagsdaleAir.com or call them. Ragsdale and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
On Wednesday, February 5th, Atlanta, Georgia is where the best wrestle as All Elite Wrestling presents Dynamite. Are you ready for some Dynamite tonight? Be there live and witness the one-of-a-kind professional wrestling experience that only AEW can deliver. When AEW returns to Atlanta, all for as little as $20.
Let's get down to business.
AEW Dynamite, Wednesday, February 5th from Gateway Center Arena. Tickets on sale now starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
I fall in love with you more every single morning.
Babe, you're my favorite. My heart belongs to you.
At Shane Company, our fine jewelry says it all without saying a word. This Valentine's Day, give a gift they'll love. We have pieces you can personalize or classic gifts that are ready to go. Shop our collection of meaningful gifts, like necklaces engraved with flowers and a message of love. Or give timeless diamond studs or a stylish 14-karat gold chain. We have so many romantic gifts, no matter your budget. Just call us Cupid. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing better weight management treatment options. Making sure that those who need GLP-1s have access to them is the first step.
1 mile complete.
And we help them take the right steps after that, giving them the personalized support they need to keep going.
1 more mile complete.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Okay, lots of stuff here. Number one, we found out Autumn's Beatles albums are stereo, so loser. Looking for mono.
Thanks a lot, Autumn.
And Tim Andrews like, give her the $1,000 anyway. And I'm like, what am I, Mr. Beast? Giving money for no reason?
Yeah.
And then
Tim, I'll cut you in.
I know.
Convince him I'll give
We already talked about this.
You could have gotten a marker and maybe just wrote
Mono
on it.
Just over the stereo.
Yeah. Piece of tape. By the way, I think I'm out of my mind. I think I'm completely out of my mind. I just went upstairs. I really didn't know why I was going upstairs. Jared and I were talking. He goes up and gets coffee. I followed him upstairs into the Robo Cafe. And I get a candy bar. And you don't even think about it. Just like, boop. There's no human beings in there. So it's like, boop. Then you present the credit card. And as I'm turning around.
You don't do the thumbprint?
No.
You can do that?
I'm not giving the thumbprint.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
They've already got
That's
you.
big snack. They want all your DNA.
That's right. I'll be selling all of my snack data.
Yep.
But as I turn around, I just happen to see other thing that I just spent $3.10 on a candy bar.
Yeah, that's insane. Especially considering the veggie sticks are only $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder why. We got to move
What
these
candy
things.
bar was it?
It's payday. That's why I started getting. I shouldn't be eating things that have peanuts in them when I'm on the air. I know this. They get caught up in my throat, and then I say I'm an idiot. And I'm aware of the fact that this is an audio medium. So, okay, so that deal is off the table. Autumn is no good to me as far as my search for mono Beatles albums. And then George Clark seemed you told us the story about stream sniping and then kind of having a date with the streamer and then you guys going your separate ways. And we want to find out exactly where the glitch was. She said something went sideways in the midst of all that. But you seem to not want to let us know who that streamer was. And Tim Andrews like, it's public. She's a streamer. She wants more people.
I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Her name is Binks Basilisk. She's Binks from Fish Tank.
Okay. So she was one of the people in the online reality show.
Yes.
That comedian you like.
Yes.
Does. Okay. So we're going to look that up. He wants to find the stream.
Cute.
I don't think she posted it. I'm not sure why.
Oh.
Typically, when you do these
what is
streams,
a
they're
stream?
archived.
Stream is live and then you have a
and I think she
choice
usually
whether or not.
posts them, but for some reason, maybe she doesn't
Maybe
want
you
to
should
promote people doing what I did. I don't know.
Possibility. It turned out okay the first time,
Right,
but you don't want
exactly,
every schlub to come along. She was probably quite relieved when you showed up because you look normal and, I mean, passive.
As far as that thing goes,
As far as that goes, I mean, by looking normal, it means that you would be a more successful serial killer. No, but you would have that effect on people. He looks normal.
More welcomed than I expected.
Yeah, because she probably thought she had no idea it was going to show up.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were somewhere under 397 pounds, she was probably relieved, I would think.
Well, that's how he was able to get there so quickly.
I follow you. I follow you. I love you. What does she do on her stream that's so fascinating?
So, not all that much. She kind of lives her life, and she tells, says little cute things, points things out around where she is, and I've realized that's much more of her content than talking about the show Fish Tank that she was on or anything.
Right.
She's kind of there for these guys and just as cute
You
and
find her to be
conversational.
clever.
Yeah.
Now, is there a way to give her money? Is there like a Patreon?
Yes, they were giving her money the entire time. And
okay. So it's like one-to-one. It's like one-to-one entertainment. You give me money, I'll entertain you.
Exactly.
And she keeps her top on.
Yes, she keeps her top on.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I got to give her. I'll be looking. Maybe I ought to get into this business. Hey guys, I'm in my garage.
You could be listening to Beatles albums and yelling at the phone about it.
But what am I going to do? Oh, here's another one I love. Well, that's really
just
interesting.
listen to it. People will listen with you, and they'll mention things.
Then
and
I'll
be
get
like,
copyrighted.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, I see that you said that. I always thought that too.
Yeah, I don't.
They'll
You know what I
give
don't
roses
understand
or
about
something?
these because you see these reaction videos on YouTube, and I think that this is a good thing. But I never like to deal in race. To me, the whole subject of race is just not something I'm all that interested in. People are people to me. But I've noticed that black people who react to Beatles songs on YouTube, they play the whole song. And then like the white guys that have Beatles things, they'll only play like 12 seconds of a song at the most. Which, by the way, if this is something from Apple, I think it's smart. Because I think it's like you're getting music out maybe further than it normally would be. And, the 55-year-old white dude, you've already got him. So copyright strike that guy. But I don't know if it's a real thing or if it's just something that I'm noticing. So maybe I could be one of those reaction guys. But given my my skin tone and my age, I think I'm going to be copyright striked if I
just
play the songs and listen to them.
Just play the songs a little bit slower or a little bit faster than they're intended to be
Oh,
played.
that's always a good idea.
If
you want to enjoy music.
And also, don't play any Phil Collins, whatever you do. Anything Phil Collins or Genesis, it'll take you off within 3 seconds.
Well, what's interesting is not a lot of people are playing anything by Phil Collins these days. So
yeah.
It's kind of funny because he had every hit in the 80s, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's still like In the Air Tonight from him, solo, and mostly from the 80s, the Genesis songs that are still. Nobody's rocking the studio anymore, are they?
I am in my house by myself.
Are you? Have you introduced your son Gil to it? He likes wacky songs. He might like Sussudio.
Yeah, we're going to start with that problematic illegal alien song.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the funny voices.
What do these bands do when they get out of time with their catalog? That's what I want to. Then Genesis probably just acts like that song never existed.
Yep.
So you said at one point when you were stream sniping, and then you were kind of on a date. A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was a date, but you suggested a bookstore. She said, "Oh,
there
let's
was like
go
an
there."
air of romance because the phone had died, and now it's just
Right.
the two of us
What?
walking to the bookstore
Yes,
together.
the stream is gone. The streamers are all gone.
That was your moment right there.
Oh yeah, Jared. By the way, so that was the moment. But but something.
But that might have turned her off.
Well,
I think that he was cool, right? Then it's like, then I can keep talking to you. I feel safe.
But Jared would have been able to do it in a way that she still felt safe. That's his special magic. But
I had messed up early.
Okay, so there was a thing that you did that maybe turned her off.
Yeah, so I showed up and I told them, I was just down the street at the bookstore that we ended up going to, and that wasn't true. I was actually at the National Portrait Gallery, but just to sound a little less inconvenienced and kind of ultimately less creepy,
Yes.
I told her I was at the bookstore just down the road. And as we were walking there, I had to pull up my phone for the directions. We got there. There was books on the shelves that weren't there on Sunday when I had actually been to this bookstore.
So it became obvious that you were a liar.
Well, just that I had told this white lie, and I admitted to her, I was like, all right, I didn't actually come from the bookstore. I came from the National Portrait Gallery.
That made you sound creepy.
Yeah. And she was like, yes, it obviously reminded her that I was like a creep.
Okay. So,
Oh, no, George.
Yeah.
No.
Why wouldn't you just go, oh, wow, they changed the books since I was here
I don't know. I
an
felt
hour ago.
awkward about it. And I just was like, she's being so nice to me. The people on the stream were so nice to me. I'm just going to tell her the truth. And just hopefully she doesn't care, or doesn't think much of it.
Yeah, because when you said it, it kind of creeped me out.
Yeah.
So I think that
But
maybe.
women don't mind a little bit of nervousness, right, in the beginning.
And you know what? We still hung out at the bookstore after I told her that, and
she was fine.
we talked about books. And she initiated us getting a picture together, and she gave me a hug that I didn't initiate.
The picture might be for evidence.
could be. So I don't think it was completely ruined, but I did feel like maybe she.
Yeah, her spidey senses started going off a little
or
bit.
It just was
at that point.
Let's end this.
If I was a smart radio person, I would turn to my producer and say, find her, get her on the phone, and let's get her side of the story. That's what I want to know.
She's live right now on Twitch.
Is she?
Yeah, I can't look at it, though. It's probably blocked.
Oh, do we block Twitch here?
Must be.
Why? Because
I
we
can't
don't
load it.
want people giving money to watch people to play video games while they're at work. That might make sense.
There's DJs on there, too. There's ASMR. There's a lot of stuff on Twitch.
Well, why do you need ASMR while you're at work? You're probably not being very productive.
Maybe you need to relax a little.
Concentrate.
Maybe the boss has stressed you out. You need a little ASMR.
It helps.
Yeah, the boss has realized now. Sometimes she licks that fake ear at her desk, but you know what? She's a hell of a worker. I can get around it.
When the weather is at its worst,
Half an inch to 1 inch of accumulation down towards Griffin and McDonough.
we're at our best.
The travel conditions are rather hazardous.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
North Druid Hills Road at Willoughby Drive completely blocked off.
Tune in often for the latest.
Many abandoned vehicles where folks just gave up.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
We are here with the CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, with the new calendar year upon us, I want to propose a what-if question to you and get your reaction. So, Matt, what if we finally go into a recession this year? Now what?
I want to say market volatility, probably not as bad a thing as you might think. Volatility actually creates opportunity. And so if your plan is to try to time the market, you're going to time when you get in and when you get out, trying to avoid some future recession, I'd say good luck. That's really difficult to do. A better strategy would just be to assume that a recession is coming and then make sure that you're comfortable riding out that storm and riding out that market downturn. If you're not actually comfortable with those feelings, if you're not comfortable riding it out, then I would say, okay, might be time to take some risk off the table.
Matt, we know you don't have that crystal ball, but it's always important to have a plan for the what-ifs in life. I got one more for you. What if I'm ready to make the call? How can I reach out to you and the team at the Vincent Financial Group?
I would love it if you called us today. Our number, 770-280-1488. Again, 770-280-1488. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit down and try to learn all about you. You might bring in a big folder with some statements. We may not even open those statements because that first meeting is all about who you are, where you're going, what's important to you, and how can we help keep you out of the two ditches on the side of the road, fear and greed, and get you to the retirement plan that you want for yourself.
That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation, no cost, no obligation from the team at the Vincent Financial Group, 770-280-1488. And we invite you to join us for Retire ATL, Sundays at 6 p.m. right here on WSB.
By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities, offered through Matthew Decker, Georgia Insurance License Number 2880209. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.
We've all got one, and there's never just one thing on it. Your home improvement to-do list. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus. The Plus covers everything on your list. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, the owner of Painting Plus. We do it all, and we do it right. Trust the Plus family of businesses for everything on your list.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Scana Energy knows every home is different. That's why they have options to fit your family's needs. Kind of like my family's popcorn preferences. Mama Bear likes extra butter, the Cubs put candy in theirs, and I like it all as long as there's lots of it. Whoa! Cleanup never tasted so good. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Belinda here, and I have Barry Petrie, Director of Virtual Imaging. Barry has a very interesting testimonial I want him to share with our listeners. Barry, tell us your story.
Belinda, I'm 55. I'm in good shape. I work out every day and took this job about a year ago. Unfortunately, I started having some symptoms about 3 or 4 months ago, so I decided to scan myself. Learned that I had a very high calcium score, and especially most of that was in my LAD, which you know is the Widowmaker. Long story short, I had my first stent put in about 6 weeks ago at Northside, and I feel great. I did not realize that I had lost a gear, and I've got that gear back. And I would have been one of those people that probably would have dropped dead looking perfectly healthy at 60 if I had not taken this role and did that scan.
Oh, wow. Folks, that story hits home. What are you waiting for? Go to Virtual Imaging and get a complimentary heart scan with few minimum requirements for you and your spouse. Call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or visit virtualimagingatl.com.
Well, that's pretty wild. I looked up and I saw that Trump was signing more executive orders, and I thought, oh my gosh. But this one turns out to be big to me. So what's these? Executive order to release all files on JFK, RFK, MLK Jr.
That's right.
Now, I got to look into it. I don't know if you've read about it yet, George, but I have to look into it now. Does this mean, because especially with all of those, that are so, those cases are so old at this point. There's nobody in the field. There's no agents in the field that can be compromised. So what I want to know is, as part of this executive order, is it no redactions? No redactions. Because I can't think of any reason why anything should be hidden from the American people. Take JFK. You know, it's been over 60 years now. And so we don't have to worry about people, agents in the field, people being compromised. Anytime you see a smudge of black over words in the JFK files, then you know that's something that would embarrass the agency. That's the only reason that it would be there. Or it would embarrass a foreign country. And, well, if the American people being informed means a foreign country gets embarrassed, I say, not ideal, but so be it.
Yeah, we deserve to know.
We don't deserve to know. Have you seen the Constitution? We have a right to know. There's a difference between deserving something and having a right. Having a right to something means you can't keep us from getting it, but these agencies that run our government have kept them from us all these years. And so that's what I really want to know. I want to know, is this like no redactions? Because I can't think of any reason to have any redactions after 60 years.
It seems
with
like
JFK.
It seems like it's fully cleared from what I'm reading here and just the early reports of it. But I'll keep an eye on it to see if there's any.
As soon as he signed it, Tim Andrews goes, "They're never going to release those."
I still don't think you'll ever know.
How do you say to the President of the United States? They did it to Congress already. This is the reason there's some merit to what you're saying. A law was passed that said by, I think, 2019 or something. I can't remember the exact year. But a law was passed that said in that year, everything has to be released. That was a law by Congress, and the intelligence agency said, no. Mm-hmm. And, of course, they got away with it because no one in media gives a damn about stuff like that. The media loves our intelligence agencies.
Pompeo said it was to protect people who go in there. If tomorrow a CIA agent went in there and looked at that stuff, that becomes classified, and that's why they have to keep it going that way.
That is BS.
Oh, I know, but that's what he said.
That's complete BS. By the way, he took away Pompeo's security clearance too.
Did he really take
John
Pompeo's?
Bolton and now Pompeo?
Pompeo, yeah, it was $2 million a month.
It is $2 million a month, but I gotta say that I don't like these people. I don't like Mike Pompeo, and I don't like John Bolton. Because I think that they're neocons and they love war, and if they had their way, John Bolton had his way, we'd be fighting China, Russia, Iran, Venezuela. These people just don't. There's not enough for them. But I don't know so much about Pompeo, although I think Pompeo falls into the same category. we did kill that general, that Iranian general. What was his name? Soleimani? Soleimani, yeah. And that was a little kind of breach of a protocol between countries where now we're actively assassinating individuals of your government. And so, and we already know that Iran has tried to hire hitmen to assassinate John Bolton. And both those guys are involved when we killed the Iranian general. Now, I don't like Bolton and I don't like Pompeo, and I don't want them anywhere near the levers of power. But they did what they did at the direction of politicians who were elected by the people. And if what they did by doing that opened them up to assassination by foreign nations, it doesn't escape me that Trump doesn't like Bolton and that Bolton has been very critical, vocally critical of Trump in the last few years. And I don't think that's a good rationale for removing security clearance. Now, what he could also do at the same time, like the way that he does with tariffs and stuff, is he could remove these clearances and at the same time publicly say to Iran, if we get even a sniff that you're trying to hurt either of these people, the bombs start dropping. You know, in typical Trump fashion, basically saying they may not have security, but if something happens to them and you did it, you're dead.
If something should happen to him, if he's struck like by a bolt of lightning, I will blame some of the countries on this planet.
Exactly.
Could they buy
and that I do not forget.
Make them feel like as Iranian leadership, they need to go out of their way to make sure that these two guys stay alive.
Could John Bolton buy his own security? Because
it's not going to be, well, yeah, they can buy their own security. I don't know.
He's worth $6 million.
Yeah, but there's $2 million a month for. And here's another thing: should it cost $2 million a month?
Yeah,
is
that's
a question
insane.
as well.
That's insanity.
You know, but the thing with Trump that I'm getting to is there's so much, all the executive orders, everything. I want to break it into two categories every day: best instincts, worst instincts. Because some of these things that he does, I'm like, yeah, that's fantastic. You know, you told people, the fact that he's making his voters feel like changes are happening immediately. This would be like him showing up and saying, yeah, the DEI people, you're all on paid leave until we figure out a way to fire you. The office is closed. You know what that would be like, Democrats? That would be like if Barack Obama became president and 30 days later we were out of Iraq. The feeling that you would have had, like we think that this guy's going in there and he's going to be different. You would have felt like, wow, we voted for this guy and Iraq war is over. That didn't happen. Trump's doing it a different way, where in the first 3 or 4 days, he's giving his people reasons to believe changes have been made already.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Founded by hardworking Georgians in 1992, Builders provides tailored insurance solutions to safeguard workers and business owners from costly accidents. Explore reliable workers' compensation and general liability products at BLDRS.com. Builders, insurance built strong.
Treated unfairly by the police? George Stein, the DUI lawyer, can help. GeorgeStein.com.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family's security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called them. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security.
Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
News, weather,
traffic.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a rally at City Hall in support of the family of a man killed during the clearing of a homeless encampment in Atlanta.
Stop the sweeps! Stop the sweeps!
Holding signs saying justice for Cornelius Taylor, the group on the steps of City Hall say the death of Taylor shows the need for an overhaul of Atlanta's policies regarding the homeless. Community activist Eric Bozeman.
We're here at the City Council meeting today to say clearly to this mayor and to the City Council that platitudes and I'm sorry is not enough.
The city says Taylor's death was a tragic accident. The group says they want to meet with the mayor to talk about changes. At City Hall, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
40 degrees in Atlanta so far. This January is only the 23rd coldest on record in Atlanta.
However, in recent memory, 2014 is the 12th coldest January on record with an average temperature of 37 degrees. In 2014, Atlanta spent 10 days with a daily temperature at or below 32 degrees.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. New this hour, it could be another contentious meeting when the Fulton County School Board convenes in a couple of hours. WSB Steve Summers reports live with the latest on a controversial plan to close 2 elementary schools.
Yeah, Bill, the board votes tonight on Superintendent Mike Looney's recommendation to close Spalding Drive Elementary in Sandy Springs and Park Lane Elementary in East Point. Looney says both buildings are old and enrollment is declining.
We're spending about $7,000 on average per student than in the other elementary schools.
But pretty much every parent wants those schools left open, saying the superintendent's claim is wrong.
They say because of our declining enrollment, we must close, but their own projections show that we're growing.
If the board okays Superintendent Looney's plan tonight, 2 public hearings will then be scheduled. After that, a final board vote. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
A federal judge is temporarily blocking President Trump's order ending the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship. Loyola law professor Lori Levinson is not surprised by the ruling.
Donald Trump was trying to just have his way with executive orders. But what's getting in the way for him now are the federal courts, because they will have to review these executive orders to see if they're constitutional. And at least at this first stage, a judge has said it is not and has put a ban on this executive order.
The Justice Department says it will appeal the federal judge's ruling. With the Laken Riley Act now on the way to President Trump's desk, the Georgia congressman behind the legislation hopes it leads to increased safety for Americans.
The bill, named after the nursing student murdered in Athens last year by a Venezuelan national, requires law enforcement to detain undocumented migrants who commit crimes like burglary.
We all made the decision that whatever we did, we were going to make sure that Laken Riley's name stayed in the news until we got this done.
10th District Congressman Mike Collins authored the bill. Athens Mayor Kelly Gertz says more needs to be done.
We just need comprehensive immigration policy.
Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The state of emergency is lifted in DeKalb County. It was issued by CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson in response to severe winter weather conditions. She says road conditions have improved significantly today, and emergency crews have successfully addressed critical safety concerns across the county. Normal operations resume at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport following this week's snow and ice. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says he's trying to figure out a solution to recent TSA callouts, which led to long lines at security checkpoints.
At the airport, I'm really fighting a fight with TSA.
He says there are more than 150 there were more than 150 TSA callouts at the Atlanta airport on Wednesday morning. The Senate is advancing the nomination of Pete Hegseth as President Trump's defense secretary in a mostly party line vote today. Republicans Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins voted against the nomination. Democrats and some Republicans expressed concerns over Hegseth's behavior and qualifications. A final vote on confirmation is expected tomorrow. If you are a Peach Pass user, today is the last day to update your information on the website before it's shut down for a few days for a system upgrade.
Several services will be down during the upgrade.
MyPeachPass.com, the Peach Pass Go mobile app, Peach Pass parking at the West Deck at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, and our phone system services will be temporarily interrupted.
Erica Bayonne is with the State Road and Tollway Authority. She says they'll be offline from tomorrow through next Wednesday. Retail locations will also be closed. The state state will relaunch the site and app next Thursday. The updates were put off last month to prevent problems during the busy holiday travel rush. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
College enrollment numbers are up and now higher than they were before the COVID-19 pandemic. A National Student Clearinghouse Research Center report finds total enrollment last fall was up 4.5% from the year before, and that's nearly 0.5% higher than in 2019. It is now 4:04, and the Von Haessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather and triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Good afternoon, Bill. All brake lights through downtown. You're jammed in 75-85 southbound from 17th Street down to I-20. Just volume, though. No crashes reported. Northbound seeing the delays braking free up around Peach Street, Pine Street. If you're making the ride out to Cobb County, Cherokee County, 75 northbound. A little sluggish in northwest Atlanta from West Paces Ferry up to I-285. Another tap of the brakes in Marietta as you clear Highway 5, 575 northbound. Seeing a brief slowdown approaching Highway 92 in Woodstock. How's the ride on I-85 in Gwinnett County? Kobe Dawkins, Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Well, it's starting to get sluggish. Seeing some brake lights at 85 northbound leaving Spaghetti Junction, I-285 to Beaver Ruin Road. And looking at rides on Georgia 400 northbound leaving Sandy Springs. Just a tap of the brakes getting past the North Springs MARTA station, and then it frees up getting into Alpharetta. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. A few clouds for tonight. Temperatures falling into the mid-20s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 43. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds. Morning lows in the 20s. Daytime highs in the mid-40s.
39 in East Point, 38 in Sewanee, and 40 in Ackworth. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine starts right now. Look, here it comes, Eric. Come on.
Here we go.
Put those headphones on.
There we are. I'm here. It took Shelley a while to finish his story that he was telling me.
The end.
I'm not a rude person. Well, not to Shelley. I may be rude to my audience by not being here when it was time to start hour number 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine. And in this hour, I believe that should we do Georgia stuff? Is there enough interesting news about Georgia, or would you? You're the producer.
You know what?
Why don't you confab with George Clark, the two of you? I'd like to know if you got your heads together. What will we do next on this radio show?
You know what? I like Georgia stuff a lot, but we did get this audio from Trump signing those executive orders here.
Okay.
I wanted to play this real quick. And again, this is the answers to the question you left in the last hour.
All right. So the executive orders, this latest executive order was for the CIA intelligence agencies to release everything they have on the JFK assassination, RFK assassination, MLK Jr. assassination. And my question was, is that everything, meaning no redactions, meaning nothing is blacked out that we suddenly can't see what's underneath it?
And everything will be revealed.
Everything.
All will be revealed.
Sounds like the end of a trailer for the next Star Wars movie or something.
Sounds like it should be signed by Q.
Everything will be revealed.
I told you to trust the plan, and now here we are.
The next executive order have something to do with that pizza place. Was that Comet Pizza?
Do you remember the funeral for George H.W. Bush?
I sort of do.
Certain people attending that funeral opened up their program, and these little notes fell out. And they looked scared.
I remember that whole thing.
Jeb Bush looked scared?
Yeah.
Well, all will be revealed.
Everything will be revealed.
Everything.
I forgot about that little... When did George H.W. Bush die? Was it 2023 or 2024?
2019 or 2018. It was before.
Oh, it was when Trump was still president.
Yeah. A lot of years there. We're
And,
about 4 years out
I'm
there.
sorry. I didn't keep up with...
The only ex-president to not get one was Jimmy Carter, because he was looking down going, where's my little note? Hillary looked at hers, put it in her pocket. And
I remember this mini scandal. There was conspiracy theories about what was in the note. What was supposedly in the note, George Clark?
You know, that they were going to go to jail for their crimes. And
okay.
They were being warned.
Laura Bush scowled,
storm's
handed
coming.
it to George, or George just stood there, stern.
Yeah.
And then Jeb looked at it, and he looked like he was verklempt. He went, oh.
But what could he go after Jeb for? Jeb was just somebody he defeated in a primary.
Well, the conspiracy is that it said.
Oh, we got conspiracies coming up. Maybe we should hold this.
Well, all right.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we want to open conspiracy news desk. Are you ready, George? Conspiracy news desk.
No, maybe we do this and then get to that
Are you saying you're not ready for Conspiracy News Desk?
Yes, I'm saying that.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Thinking
This
about
guy,
Binks.
I know. He's thinking about this. He's thinking about stream sniping.
Yeah.
Stream sniper. So
Stream sniper. How do you leave? I can creep you out tonight.
Oh, it's fun. The Von Hessler Doctrine. We only do parodies of songs that are at least 35 to 40 years
Hey,
old.
I say if they're still used in commercials, we can do it.
Yeah, but they're used in commercials. What are the products? If the product is,
Some drug that'll put you to
some
sleep.
old person thing that can make you feel good, then we're not reaching out to the young folks.
All right, I could be ready.
George Clark. That doesn't make me feel. Why don't we do some Georgia stuff?
Let's do Georgia stuff.
And then we'll do George's stuff later.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do it.
The research is in, and after careful calculation, it's called Georgia Stuff.
Georgia, we on the grind, Georgia, all the time. It ain't nothing on my mind, but Georgia, we ain't playing with you. We on the grind, Georgia, all the time. It ain't.
All right, these are stories that take place in the great state of Georgia. Some of them in the city of Atlanta, but not all, right?
That's right.
All right, what do you got?
Well, this first one, we got the Oscar nominations earlier today.
What does that have to do with the state of Georgia?
Follow me here.
Are they going to the Oscars in Georgia?
No.
I had no. Wow, that is big news. Jared, you're breaking news.
I
the
promise you.
Oscars are going to be
There is a connection here. There's a Georgia
at the
connection.
Civic Center this year
People
in
forget
Atlanta.
that when the Oscars come out, the Razzies also come out on the other side.
The Razzies are the nominations for the worst movies.
That's right.
And the worst actors.
And from the AJC, Megalopolis, which was shot in Atlanta,
Yes.
was nominated for 6 Razzies.
I got to see that movie this weekend. I keep putting it off. There's people in my life that like it, and then there's Tim Andrews who watched like 10 minutes and said it was so boring.
No, I watched more than half of it.
And you just didn't
what
like
are the
it.
glasses?
Wait, what is the why do you suddenly look like
A banker?
like a librarian?
A clerk?
Yes, you look like a clerk with
Because
your.
I have a headache. They pressed you.
Oh, you
because
see,
of the
when you
hat.
have a headache, you pull your
Yes.
glasses down to the end of your nose.
Because my hat forces them down on the bridge of my nose, which causes a headache. So.
Okay. Well, you want
Thought
some aspirin?
No,
You
I
want
have some.
You
I'm
want some
waiting for the
Cedrin?
Gaviscon to work first. Then
Yeah.
I'll take the Advil.
Take care of the stomach first.
Right.
Then take care
Then
of
wreck the stomach.
Whatever you do, never address the underlying issue. That's the way that I
could take off my hat. I'll take my hat off, but
that's what I do. I just always just get the stomach ready, then put the Excedrin on top of it. And
I
then
don't see Luciana till Monday, and then until then I'm wearing the hat.
Luciana, who's that?
She cuts my hair.
Oh, is your hair getting out of control?
Oh, it's nuts.
Okay.
I look like the.
So the ladies aren't. You noticing that the ladies aren't taking a second look lately, and you're like, oh, the hair must be out
yeah,
of
I
control.
noticed those things.
You gotta make yourself look good for the ladies. you
What
know?
lady? I have one lady.
Well, I know, but I mean, that's what other ladies
Go
see
out there
you.
and stream snipe. You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, that she would have run away. Who's this old dude?
With the wild hair.
Yes. And the glasses on the tip of the nose.
All right, what were we talking about before this?
So Megalopolis. It was
Yes.
shot in Atlanta.
He
and it's
didn't
been
like
nominated
it.
for 6 Razzies. Tim doesn't like it.
And George liked it.
It's super Atlanta though. You recognize every set that they're in.
Tabernacle.
It's quite cool.
My youngest son liked it. My wife liked it, and then everybody hates it.
Maybe I should give it another chance.
Well, I don't know. It's up for how many Razzies?
6. Which, with the Oscars coming out today, that was the Razzies come out at the same time.
I have a question. How come my movie got so many nominations?
Did it get? What did it get?
Well, they nominated me for worst director, actor,
Oh, Razzies,
and even Amy Schumer.
See, that's another one. I liked that show. I liked that movie. What was it called?
Unfrosted.
Unfrosted. I laughed at that movie. Does
So
that
did I.
Does that make me wrong? I actually thought Seinfeld was a decent director too. I was looking at camera placement and directing comedy is there's a thing about cameras and timing so that the punchlines work within the whole flow of the montage. I thought he did well. I don't know. I don't understand why everybody says Unfrosted was so terrible. I'm willing to throw up my hands and say I'm wrong because everybody hates this movie.
It says literally here that it had the most nominations for worst of the worst.
Yeah,
I laughed. I don't know what to say. If everybody else is right, then I'm wrong. But I laughed out loud at least 10 times watching that movie. I enjoyed that movie. Now, I didn't go back and watch it again. It wasn't like something stuck with me forever.
Gaffigan was funny in it. Amy
Gaffigan
Schumer, everybody in
they
it was
were all
funny.
funny. I thought that they were all funny. But you know what?
Well, thank you.
The world is changing, Jerry. You know that. The world's changing.
I went on Tom Pappas, and he made me realize that what I was saying about comedy wasn't true.
Oh, what? He made you bend the knee to...
I bent the knee so I could make more movies about breakfast food.
I just don't know. That's
Checks,
my
the
kind of
movie.
humor. I don't know how... You know, when they're at the awards ceremony in the beginning of the movie, how is that not seen as not being hilarious? It's just exactly my sense of humor, and that may be the problem, because a lot of it was he used the backdrop of the space race between the United States and Russia as kind of a metaphor for this fight between Kellogg's and Post, right?
Right.
So if you're younger and you didn't live through that. And, you know, I guess Jerry doesn't know who Jack LaLanne is. I mean, it was like he was in the movie. So.
But it was basically a tale that he told to this child.
Until his parents got
showed
back.
up, right.
A little bit like the setup being a little bit like Princess Bride.
Right. So there's this princess, right?
It's a kissing book.
Autumn, did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
I don't get it. This is why I have hopes for Megalopolis. Maybe I just like things that other people don't like.
It's a laugh riot. Check it out.
Oh, I'm sure. Sure, it's the best comedy of the year. I got to watch it this weekend. I just have to.
Yeah, support them. Their Razzies are my Oscars.
That's right. Yeah. And first of all, I'm more interested in the Razzies these days than the Oscars. I don't care about the Oscars.
You want to see the Brutalist looks interesting.
Well, I gotta say, Amelia Perez, my favorite of all the nominated films.
It's gonna surprise people.
Well, I wish they them well.
Okay, well, very good. See, even Trump. Hey, if you like the movie, you like the movie.
I like the movie.
You like the movie.
It's good.
You see, but that's the story that I look at those things. I go, somebody in Hollywood's like, hey, let's see if we can get some conservative radio guy canceled.
That is a honey trap.
It's like so when it comes to me on that whole thing, what I say is I don't have much of an opinion other than congratulations, good luck. Good luck. Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Good afternoon, Eric. Yeah, we're starting to see the brake lights fill in through Doorville, 285 eastbound from around Peachtree Boulevard as you try to ramp onto I-85 northbound. Speaking of 85 northbound up near the Mall of Georgia, crash on the right lane at Buford Drive, exit 115, slowing that ride. And we're checking on new trouble before that, 85 northbound before Lawrenceville Highway. That's going to be Highway 317, exit 111. 285 westbound, the outer loop is starting to slow from Georgia 400 through Sandy Springs, and some southbound delays over on the west side approaching I-20, the West Freeway. How is I-20? Kobe Dawkins, School Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Yeah, I-20 westbound and eastbound, just a tap of the brakes from I-285 to Thornton Road on the west side, and on the east side of town, I-20 in each direction, not tracking any delays getting to and leaving the perimeter, getting into Stonecrest. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
On air,
Online,
on the app,
where you get your news,
is where you'll win.
Download the WSB radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Thank you, Jesus. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Just enter the word at WSBradio.com or on the WSB radio app.
Your next chance to win is coming up at 5.
The WSB 5K day bonus blitz
On 95.5 WSB. New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
It's just not normal, friends. The pain caused from chronic joint pain day after day. But some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again in 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, joint preservation. Yes, you can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, with a personal invitation for you to join our newest branches in Woodstock, Canton, or Dallas. We've been in business in Northwest Georgia for 70 years, and we're proud to now offer kinder banking to Cobb, Cherokee, and Paulding County, where you'll always speak to a real person. With 11 locations, Coosa Valley Credit Union is always local and nearby. Experience kinder banking and stop in a Coosa Valley Credit Union branch near you.
All right, I believe that we are knee-deep in a segment known as Georgia Stuff.
We are.
This is stuff that happens in the state of Georgia.
And there's 3 stories about former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. So I'm going to try to fill you in.
She lost her job. And why, can I ask, before you start with these stories, I haven't understood, I haven't clicked on any stories about her because it just, wasn't she working for Biden? So the fact that she lost her job wouldn't really be news because he's not the president anymore.
Well, the interesting thing is Trump put out on Truth Social that he fired her from her position, and then she said, no, I resigned from my position. She clapped back. Exactly.
I'm glad she did.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
now,
glad because she's a woman, right?
Yes.
I'm glad she clapped back.
Me too.
That's what women should do. They should clap back.
Especially bullies like Trump.
Autumn, start clapping.
Clap them cheeks.
What?
She said.
I'm sorry, folks. I went to the only woman that I had on the panel. If she didn't give it to you, there's nothing I can do. I turned
not representing.
I turned the spotlight on her. I gave her the moment. What she did with it, that was her thing.
She's not representing women very well, Autumn. How dare you?
Yeah, it's your job, by the way.
It's
to
not
represent.
my job.
It's your job.
I represent me.
To represent all women and their aspirations at all times.
Well, the aspirations.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Isn't there a good website? Aspirations.
Yeah.
Sweaty butts.
In Keisha Lance.
What?
Yeah, right after the gym. All right, yes.
In Keisha Lance Bottoms' clapback, she said she was, quote, quite tickled by Trump saying that he fired her. But here's the latest story from the AJC. She is now considering a bid for governor of Georgia.
Good luck.
She did so well when she was the mayor.
Well, sometimes people are better at big jobs than smaller jobs. She might be one of these people.
Yeah, maybe she is one of those
Sure,
people.
she couldn't handle running Atlanta, but it might be that if you open it up a little bit, the whole state, that she'll get crushed, I think.
I think so.
I mean,
too.
they say a week is a year in politics, and things can change. But I don't.
The fact that this came out within
Who
a
is
day,
the donor that's like right now going, yes, I'll put money in for this. I have too much money,
George Soros.
and it's illegal to burn it. Yeah, maybe she can get some of that Soros money.
She says in her quote to the AJC that the Republican side is lacking a lot of good prominent figures to run for governor.
She's not a Republican. What does she
That's
care
what
about
I'm
the
saying,
Republicans? She's thinking, hey, it's a weak field. I can win. Is that what
Exactly.
she's saying?
Essentially, yes.
There's no heavyweights.
I think Ossoff has a better chance as far as a Democrat goes, if he wanted to.
Than her? Yeah, I still don't think he could win, but I could imagine him winning. I just don't think it would be likely. I cannot imagine in a million years that she would win the governorship of the state. But hey, look, crazy things happen.
And Ossoff would stay in the Senate seat, which everyone suspects that Governor Kemp is going to go for.
Oh,
that
he's
Senate
going
seat.
to. I thought we already knew this already. I thought it was like an official thing.
Yeah, I'm going to run for that and get the brine all over the state.
For weather days?
In case it gets icy, brine will be there on your road.
Brian?
Brian on Brian.
Brine on brine.
Yeah, well, good luck on that. People should have dreams, and they should have goals. And you know what, Keisha? You don't learn through success. You learn through failure.
Well, then she learned a lot.
She may have more to learn if she's going to run for governor of the state of Georgia.
It just shows you love the word unctuous, and that's the exact right term to describe her because
Like
she
sort
was
of
a
oily.
She was a terrible mayor of our
She didn't
city.
even.
I'm sure she's a nice person, but not.
She might be. She might not be. I don't know. I've never met her. But I know that she allowed a woke militia to take over an area of the city, and a little 9-year-old girl was murdered. And that's when I think of Keisha. That's what I think of. That leadership led to that. That's what I think of. Oh, you want to give these away?
Yeah, we'll be doing them late.
All
Let's
right,
do them
well,
early.
let's give away tickets to see Todd Rundgren. 2 of them, in fact. 2 tickets to see Todd Rundgren on Sunday, April 20th at Buckhead Theater. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at livenation.com. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 in Gwinnett.
There is, Eric. It's been a crash up by the Mall of Georgia on I-85 northbound at Buford Drive, exit 115. It's been working in the right lane, so you are seeing a little bit of a slow zone there. No need for an alternate, but before we get to that, there's been a crash. It looks to have cleared 85 northbound before Highway 317, exit 111. That's Lawrenceville-Swanee Road. And 85 northbound, still seeing the brake lights grow, leaving DeKalb up through Norcross. 400 northbound, a few delays in Sandy Springs from I-285, but you break free before you get to Northridge, exit 6 in Sandy Springs. How's the ride on the south side, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, getting into Henry County, 75 southbound, your delays start at Mount Zion Road, getting to Jodico Road. And just a reminder that those express lanes are closed due to this week's winter weather, so pack some patience. And looking at northbound rides, they look great, leaving Madonna, getting to the perimeter. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H-System make or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Our roads are even more dangerous in the winter. Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay for John Foy and Associates, the Strong Arm. If you get hurt in a wreck this winter, send in the Strong Arm. They know how much money you're entitled to and how to get it. There's no cost until they win. JohnFoy.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This week, save on Private Selection Angus 80% lean ground chuck. 16-ounce packages are $4.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story: after more than 4 years, mystery solved. A Lawrenceville family helps police crack a homicide cold case.
Gwinnett County Police's cold case unit received a phone call from a family member of a man who was found dead in his Lawrenceville home back in 2019. Gwinnett's medical examiner found that 61-year-old Ray Neal was stabbed to death. Neal's family provided police with information about 50-year-old Carmen Marie Hunt, so investigators re-examined Neal's case and conducted new interviews. Based on the new evidence, Hunt has now been charged with felony murder and aggravated assault in the Lawrenceville man's death. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
40 degrees in Atlanta. Do we continue to thaw out the next few days? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A call for change after a man is killed while a homeless encampment is cleared in Atlanta earlier this month. Community activist Derek Bozeman says Cornelius Taylor's life mattered.
Dr. King reminded us the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice, but we also know it don't bend by itself. And so today we come to do some bending. And we're saying to the mayor, sit down at the table with us.
The city has called Taylor's death a tragic accident. Operations returned to normal today at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport after the winter weather. And now Atlanta's mayor wants to put a stop to recent TSA callouts.
Wait times at domestic security checkpoints spiked as high as 90 minutes in the middle of the winter weather. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says it's partially because of staffing issues at the TSA, a federal entity.
Those people yesterday had 150 callouts.
This left the lower north terminal closed for hours. He says he's tried to push for action.
I wrote a letter in December to the federal TSA authority. I told them that whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then we got a Peach Bowl and all this stuff, I said we can't have what we've been seeing as these call-outs.
Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins is a step closer to becoming the nation's VA secretary.
I also appreciate his commitment to putting veterans first and to being forthright and transparent with this committee.
Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas chairs the Veterans Affairs Committee, which today approves Collins' nomination. He still needs to be confirmed by the full U.S. Senate, which could happen in a matter of days. A Canadian charged with drug trafficking in Georgia gets decades in prison.
Charges out of the U.S. Attorney's Northern District of Georgia office say 37-year-old Arden McCann used the dark web to run counterfeit Xanax pills between China and the U.S. Authorities caught on to McCann's international ring when Canadian police seized millions of fake Xanax pills, $200,000 in cash, plus guns and bulletproof vests. A U.S. district judge in Atlanta sentenced McCann to 30 years in federal prison. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
The OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma and the family who owns it agree to pay over $7 billion to settle lawsuits over the painkiller.
The Sacklers will pay $6.5 billion of that, and the company will pay $900 million. Last year, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected an earlier settlement, which was for $1 billion less. The court said that deal was improper because it protected members of the Sackler family from civil lawsuits over OxyContin. There have been other settlements worth about $50 billion. Most of the money has to be used to stem the opioid crisis. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Georgia is among a bipartisan coalition of 15 states which are part of this settlement. Fewer than half of all Americans say they could pay for a $1,000 emergency expense from their savings. Bankrate's Mark Hamrick says their survey finds 1 in 4 say they would rely on a credit card to pay a large unexpected expense.
So all this indicates that Americans have less in the way of savings resources for the inevitable emergency or sudden expense that will arise in our everyday lives.
He says a majority of Americans say they are living paycheck to paycheck. You can now use Venmo to book a flight on JetBlue. It is the first airline to accept payment through Venmo when buying flights directly on the carrier's website. The new feature is expected to roll out soon on the airline's mobile app. The announcement is part of JetBlue's goal of using digital technology to simplify and customize travel. It is now 4:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts now with Alex Williams.
Been dealing with a few trouble spots in Gwinnett County, Bill. We had a crash 85 northbound right next to the Mall of Georgia. Buford Drive, exit 115. That has cleared out of the right lane. Delays improving there. But before you get to that, now you're going to see the brake lights 85 northbound from Sugarloaf Parkway up into Swanee with the crash before Highway 317, Lawrenceville Swanee Road, exit 111. That has been in the right lane. If you're traveling 75 northbound up through Cobb County, a little bit of volume, but not too bad through Marietta. Then believe it or not, it's some sunshine delays. 75 northbound in Ackworth approaching Highway 92, exit 277. Taking a look at the brake lights through downtown. Kobe Dawkins, School Day Carrier Traffic Center.
75-85 northbound. Those brake lights start at University Ave, getting to North Avenue. 85 southbound, your slowing starts at Georgia 400. And 75 southbound, your delays start at 17th Street, both getting to I-20. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. A few clouds for this evening. Overnight lows in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 43. Saturday, partly cloudy, morning lows in the 20s, daytime highs in the mid-40s.
Right now, 39 in Roswell, 40 in Villa Rica, and 37 in Hampton. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Planning to propose this Valentine's Day? Shane Company has your back. Our easy process to create your dream engagement ring is rock solid. 1, pick your ring setting. 2, choose your center stone. 3, personalize it. With our wide selection of beautiful settings and hand-picked diamonds and gemstones, all at competitive prices, your ring will be as unique as your love story. We'll hand-set your ring in our jeweler's workshop right here in our store and protect it with our free lifetime warranty. Walk in with a dream, walk out with the ring that will take their breath away. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Do you have cracked brick, concrete cracks, water leaks, or musty odors in your crawl space? There isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. AquaGuard's experts will help solve your problem. Go to aquaguard.net now and schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard.
At Cigna Healthcare, it's not just about getting healthy, it's about staying healthy. That's why we're designing a better way to treat obesity, starting with ensuring that those who need GLP-1s have access to them. But everyone is different, so we support them in many different ways, like helping them see a nutritionist.
Keep it up. You're doing great.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Don't let a DUI conviction cost you your career. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Congratulations to Tori McElroy of Winston. Where's Winston?
McElroy is her name.
Tori McElroy. Congratulations. Where's Winston?
I think that's north.
Well, anyway, she's going to have to travel south on April 20th
to see Todd Rundgren
I'm
with these
wrong.
tickets. You're wrong.
It's west. It's over by in between Douglasville and Villa Rica.
So she'll have to travel east on Sunday, April 20th at the Buckhead Theaters because she won 2 tickets to see Todd Rundgren. Tickets are on sale right now at livenation.com.
I wonder if that's near Post Road now. I'm wondering because again, when you go on, I took I-20 a lot going to Carrollton on the, and I wonder if Winston's near Post
Autumn,
Road.
any ideas? You think maybe Post Road is?
You know, it could be Post Road, could be just north of Main. You know,
Main
or
Street.
like Stevensonville.
You mean like
Road, I
Main
think.
Street? You don't mean like the state of Maine?
Oh, yeah, no, not the state. I meant like you know where Post Road is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
so
course.
Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
So then you go south.
We all know
and
where
then you'll
Post
hit
Road is.
Stevensonville.
Uh-huh.
You're going to cross that. You're going
That's
to cross
right.
over the train tracks.
I
You're
knew
going to see
that.
that old building that used to be the gas station.
Used to be.
Well, it's
I
not there
can't tell you
anymore.
how many times I filled up my tank there back in the
I know.
70s
That's gone.
before I could
It's
drive.
gone. You know, it's like broken down now. It's just that, you know, it's weird when those gas stations just turn into just
Yeah, they just kind of
buildings.
like broken and like.
Unfortunate.
They all
Nothing
are
came in there and replaced
painted
it.
white all of a sudden.
I
for
find
some
it's a
reason.
good place to find heroin, though.
Yeah.
Usually. I'm not saying that place in particular, by the way, if you own that piece of property.
Oh, near Post?
Yeah.
Post Road.
Yeah, not that Post.
No,
Post
no,
Road.
not that. No, there's no heroin down the Post Road.
No, but close.
Huh?
Close by. There is.
No, is there?
Well, that's why you go the other side of the tracks. That's why you cross those train tracks.
right,
And
yeah.
that's
heroin
where-
is always available on the other side of the tracks.
Uh-huh.
That's right. And my friend here,
Naughty.
Naughty McHeroin here,
Naughty Pine.
he knows where to go. Well, I tell you what, man, it's stuff. It's really, I can understand why you're so addicted to it.
I
It really-
think about writing a book.
yeah, it's like you think about doing a lot of things. I've noticed,
Not
but you don't
usually.
actually do them.
I think about napping.
You were trying to go to Villa Rica to the gold museum, right? You were trying to get some gold for yourself so you
Huh?
could pay for all that.
Right now, I just wish I could go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he's got gold running through his veins.
Acapulco.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess you can't go to the bathroom. There's a downside to heroin. Look, we found one.
Well,
Took us a while, but we found a downside to heroin. Apparently, you can't go
It
number
helps me
2.
forget my trauma, but I cannot poo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you never get something for nothing.
Cool. I like your show.
Thank you. I wish that you could stay awake for the entire 4 hours.
I
It'd be
listen
nice.
to the stream podcast.
Okay. At one time, he was an enterprising entrepreneur.
An investment banker.
Yeah, yeah. But these days, not so much.
No.
Is George ready to do conspiracy desk?
I believe he is.
With is it conspiracy news desk? Let's do that.
You got to address the hand gesture. That's the big one. The one that Eric Trump made during the inauguration.
I'll address
Oh,
it.
yeah. Illuminati.
Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, aliens, dinosaurs, the mud flood, chemtrails,
What do you think tap water is?
fluoride.
I think fluoride is a poison that turned the friggin' frogs gay.
It's the Conspiracy News Desk with our resident conspiracy theorist, George Clark.
By the way, what is the mud flood? I've heard that before.
Mud flood?
It's not like being sick and
No.
It's not, not all that. No.
The mud flood is tied to the Tartaria.
Why are all these words? Can you conspiracy
Well,
people come up
Tartaria-
with
no,
these
that's-
better
You
words?
don't
Make this stuff up. This
Well,
is history.
the Anunnakis, the Tarararas, the
Post-Mongolian Empire.
Okay.
Genghis Khan. Genghis, whatever.
I think people say Genghis.
Well, some do. Some
By
don't.
the way, I feel like Lex Friedman almost got himself into a lot of trouble at the
Why?
beginning of the new Joe Rogan.
Why would he say?
I think he was getting all. I got uncomfortable and I checked out because it's right at the very beginning, and I think I know what he was trying to say. He was trying to make the argument for Genghis Khan, like that. That if you would just submit to his rule and go by their laws, they wouldn't murder and they wouldn't rampage.
Yeah,
and
I've heard that
rape and all.
before.
And then Rogan, who was super high, it looks like, was saying, like, he kept kind of putting him on the spot. It's like, yeah, but you're kind of glossing over what they did to the women. And then Lex Friedman dug himself in more. I think what he was trying to say is, out of so much horror and stuff, that's the way that we actually got a more progressive world. But I don't know if there's been any backlash to it or not. When I was watching it, I thought there's going to be some kind of backlash to this guy because it just seemed like he kept, and Rogan kept putting him on the spot.
There's a headline here. Lex Friedman sparks backlash from JRE after comparing Genghis Khan to Putin.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you say Putin?
It was just weird.
Putin.
Just
Pooty Poot. It's not
mistake.
Pewty Poot. It's Pooty Poot.
Putin.
Isn't that funny? Like I just got out of it because I kind of like that dude, and I think I know what he was trying to say. But the way Rogan kept pushing him back, at some point it seemed like he was apologizing for all the rape that happened under Genghis Khan, and I don't think that it was at all what he was trying to do. But Rogan just kept bringing it back to, yeah, man, but he did. You're glossing some stuff over there, and I think he was trying to make a larger point.
Can he put up all the women that he had?
Yes.
I don't think I could find that.
Unlike most Americans, I get intrinsically embarrassed when this starts happening.
You
and I
felt
actually I just tuned away. I'm like, this guy might be ruining his career. I have no idea, and I just kind of...
Friedman did 3 hours with Dan Carlin, the history podcaster.
Yeah.
And Dan Carlin did an entire series on Genghis Khan. So maybe that's where he
the point that he was trying to make is a valid
Joe
point.
wasn't helping him out, though.
Joe was not helping out. Just kept throwing him back into...
wild.
He was not trying to apologize for that. He was kind of pointing out that the world...
There's ebbs and flows.
And that the world actually, that he also introduced what we would consider progressive laws, that he put women in power, that he did a lot of things. But the way he got dug into it, it seemed like he was apologizing for mass rape. Yeah. And I just had to go, okay, I'm just going to get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, to answer your question really quick, the area of Siberia where Russia is and that area of Mongolia and the steppes, that's what they called Tataria map makers because they didn't have any other name for it. Well, they say, the conspiracy theorists say, that it was all wiped out by a giant mud flood when the polar ice caps melted.
Oh, okay, and that's why we don't have any evidence of it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't have any evidence of it, why do they believe it?
Well, why do they believe the world's flat?
Like, you think you need some sort of evidence.
The mud flood also suggested, too, that a lot of our infrastructure is similar to, like, the Greeks and stuff like that, too, right?
No, the Tatarians. The Tatarians.
Okay.
But yes, that there would be a world civilization and that this architecture would be similar because of that as well. Yeah, there's people that do make those comparisons, yeah. And they think that, like, our Capitol building and lots of these kind of ancient-looking, beautiful buildings.
Well, they're obviously, Athens-inspired.
Right.
Greek and Roman architecture.
Greek and Roman,
They think this is leftover from the Tartarian Empire and that we've founded these buildings rather than built them ourselves.
Yeah, right. There's pictures of people building.
So they think, like, the Capitol building was, like, found?
Yes.
Yeah, buildings like that.
But the White House got burnt down and was rebuilt.
You'll have to take that up with them.
Okay.
Thanks, Canada. Canada did that.
That's why we're going to nuke them.
Is that another conspiracy theory?
No. In the War of 1812, we were at war with Great Britain and Canada.
Oh, I didn't realize Canada was...
We invaded Canada. They repelled us, and the Canadians burned the White House.
That's the war I never gave a damn about. I have to say, that the War of 1812, outside of one classical song...
It needs a cooler name.
It just doesn't...
It does need a cooler name.
You just need Johnny Horton, and you got it all.
Maybe that's why we kind of gloss over it, because, again, the White
House
got burned down.
It's just a forgotten war, but the White House got burnt down. It was a big deal. I didn't even realize Canada was a part of it.
Didn't Dolly Madison save the paintings?
That's what they say.
Before she invented the cupcake?
Well, she didn't invent the cupcake. She invented the convenient fruit cake.
That's right.
Or I should say, like, full of pie filling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the cake with the pie filling.
I love those.
That you buy at, like, 7-Eleven or Quick Trip. That is why, to me, she was our greatest First Lady. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 causing delays in Gwinnett.
And that crash is in the right lane, Eric, 75 or 85 northbound, just before you get to Highway 317, exit 111. That's Lawrenceville Swanee Road. That's why you're seeing those brake lights as you leave Sugarloaf Parkway. Much better north of there, though. The earlier crash, 85 northbound by the Mall of Georgia at Buford Drive, exit 115. That has cleared. And just found new trouble downtown. It's in the HOV lane, 75, 85 northbound before 10th Street, exit number 250. That is slowing you back toward University Avenue. Southbound delays from the 85-400 merge. About 20 minutes from there as you make the trek down to I-20. How's the ride on 285 through Sandy Springs? Kobe Dawkins, School Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Well, looking at 285 westbound, the outer loop, those brake lights picking up at Georgia 400, moving through Sandy Springs, and then they pick up a little bit 285 southbound into Smyrning's Vinings, getting to the West Freeway I-20. And this report is sponsored by Vestas. For the people who make it all work, Vestas delivers quality uniforms and workplace supplies for your business needs. Learn more at Vestas.com. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News, hoping
shopping with Paws Atlanta to find a home for our first WSB Dog of the Month, Sherry. She is adorable. She is good-natured. Meet her at WSBRadio.com/dog. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, will pay the adoption fees, too, for Sherry's new human. WSBRadio.com/dog.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
Cold temps can freeze water in the ground, wreaking havoc on your septic system. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. We can help. My licensed, insured, experienced team responds 24/7 with upfront pricing and high-quality work.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump-out charge with your repair. Details online, scorpionsepticservices.com. scorpionsepticservices.com.
Take the guesswork out of buying and selling your home with Orchard. Will your home sell in time? Which upgrades are worth it? Can you keep your home show ready with a busy life? Orchard has all the answers. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home before selling your old one. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and it's simple. Orchard gives you an equity advance, unlocking cash to buy your new home first. That's right. You don't have to wait for your old place to sell. You can move in right away. And no more rushing out for showings or constant cleaning, because Orchard sells your old home after you've settled into your new home. Orchard even handles repairs and improvements at no out-of-pocket cost to you. Their local pros know which upgrades bring you the most money, so you sell for top dollar. Buy before you sell and skip the selling hassles with Orchard. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard. Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91. Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
All right, next up on Conspiracy News Desk with George Clark. Apparently, during the inaugural proceedings, there's some scuttlebutt about Eric Trump making some sort of Illuminati
yes, it's an Illuminati hand gesture.
Why do these secret societies? I guess you need them for your secret society. You got to have a
signal to your other people.
Okay, but like, how secret is it if everybody can figure it out? Wouldn't they just get a new one?
Well, I think
seems like everybody seems to know their secrets.
Even baseball teams, they changed their signals.
Yeah.
It was upside down though. So Illuminati would be up like that. So you see the triangle.
So this is
it was
an audio,
pointed down.
so it's like
he had a triangle made with his hands, but it was down.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it was more Masonic.
Oh, what would have been if
But
it
it was
up?
weird because his
Illuminati?
wife or somebody tapped him.
Yeah, Lara Trump did tap
Great
him on the shoulder.
songwriter / singer.
and said something to him.
Yeah, it seemed to be kind of like looking at his hands and gesturing towards his
Now,
hands.
a couple of things
And
could
he was
happen.
like, "Oh," and he stopped.
Yes.
No, see, but like what? Like, if she like, hey, she could have been like,
Hey, you're blowing our cover, dude.
Or she could have, or she could have been like, hey, a bunch of idiots are going to act like that's, stop
exactly.
doing that.
I think Eric's right.
Listen, if this is still supposed to be a secret society, all your moves are known. So like you said, in baseball, you change your signals.
All the time.
So what is the sense of if I can immediately spot you as Illuminati or a Freemason?
They're
or,
mocking you, like the fact that you know, and they're still
and there's
doing
nothing
it.
you can do about it.
Exactly,
They're going to hide in plain sight.
Who are the conspiracy theorists? Because what you're doing is you're taking the Trumps and you're tossing them in the same bucket with the Bushes and everybody else. So this seems like this isn't coming from MAGA, I wouldn't think.
Well, it might not be that he's a Mason because Biden is.
Yeah, Biden. Yeah, a lot of people are Masons. Like I think
could build a
Shelley
wall.
Shelley Winter's a Mason, right? Like it's not,
he hasn't played his lodge dues though. So
oh, really?
Technically, right now,
I'll never make it to 33rd level.
Don't out him.
He said that on the radio. That's the only reason.
They have crazy names for their upper echelon people. It's like Dragon and
Master Dragon.
Well, like all those
Yeah,
societies,
exactly.
like even the ones that are like that people used to, were. Like they'd be called the Grand Poobah or something like
the
that.
ones in the romantasy novels.
The ones in the romantasy, they're the ones. They're the
actual
sex dragons. Shelley Winter's sitting there. He doesn't seem to have a lot to do. Can you maybe? I would like to talk to him about the Masons.
Okay.
Can we do that? Do we have a guest coming on or anything? No, we never do.
With Paul Stanley.
I don't mind.
He'll
I can wait.
Paul's flexible, right?
Damn right I am.
That's what I heard from like the 17
ladies
in Atlanta that
Thank you.
You would hook up with. Alex Williams is watching a crash on the downtown connector.
And at 4:55, we have this crash on the jam cam. It is in the HOV lane, 7585 northbound before you get to 10th Street, exit 250, right there next to the Varsity. That's just adding to those delays as you leave University Avenue. Southbound delays could be worse, but you are slow, 7585 southbound, right before their merging points, making that trek down to I-20. DOT says they've been looking for a stall blocking the lane, 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20 into Cab. Those delays back toward Flat Shoals Road, exit 48, but we're still going to look for that stall on the jam cam. New trouble on Georgia 400 heading through Forsyth County. Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, and it's right before Highway 141, exit 13, going northbound, crash impacting at least one lane, causing delays, and still dealing with some trouble in Gwinnett County, 85 northbound near Highway 317, exit 111. Right lane blocked at times. You're slow back to Sugarloaf Parkway. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Don't worry about the hassle of constant cleaning and making costly repairs. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
I'm John Morgan. When you call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, your very own army springs into action immediately, 24/7. Our investigators, legal staff, and over 900 lawyers work together to fight to get you the best result as quickly and easily as possible. Insurance companies know who we are, and now you know it too. This firm was built for greatness. This firm was built for you. Injured? Call your army. We're ready to roll. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Okay, are you feeling the impact of recent changes in the timeshare industry? Well, now more than ever, the costs of timeshare ownership far outweigh any benefits. My friends at Lone Star Transfer, well, they are the only company that I trust to get you out. Our listeners' positive feedback demonstrates why I have been supporting Lone Star Transfer now for many years. Now, for over a decade, they have successfully helped over 20,000 timeshare owners. And Lone Star Transfer, well, their exclusive options help timeshare owners like you get out faster and easier than any other option in the country. They're the only company that will give you a written guarantee and release you from your timeshare in a specific time frame. Now, for a free consultation and a guaranteed solution, call our friends at Lone Star Transfer. It's 833-594-0075. Again, 833-594-0075. On the web, it's LoneStarTransfer.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing a better way for you to get better care. And that starts with being there to support you around the clock. When you call or text, we'll always answer with 24/7 access to mental health clinicians. And we'll call you too. With a 100% follow-up rate to make sure you have everything you need. Whatever works best for you, works best for us. We're really just here to help you get better. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, a rally at Atlanta City Hall, calling for justice and change after the death of a homeless man.
I'm sorry is not enough. That's the message from family and local activists demanding justice for Cornelius Taylor, who was killed earlier this month when the city was clearing a homeless encampment. Community activist Eric Bozeman says they want change to current city policy.
Because of the failed policy of the city of Atlanta as it relates to the least, the lost, and the left out, our brother, father, uncle, friend is no longer here.
The group wants to meet with Mayor Dickens to talk about changes. The city calls Taylor's death a tragic accident. At City Hall, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
41 degrees in Atlanta. It's been cold, but how does this January stack up to others?
Overall, January 2025 is nearly tied with January 2010 as the 23rd coldest January on record.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The Fulton County School Board is set to make a controversial decision when it meets next hour. WSB Steve Summers reports live with what's at stake.
Yeah, Bill, we're getting closer to knowing the fates of Spalding Drive Elementary in Sandy Springs and Park Lane Elementary in East Point. Board members will vote tonight on whether to accept Superintendent Mike Looney's recommendation that both be closed because they're old and have declining enrollments.
We're spending about $7,000 on average per student than in the other elementary schools.
Parents want the schools kept open and point to the board's own calculations to prove the superintendent is wrong.
By their projected capital plan, it doesn't have any excess needs other than just normal capital expenses to support any building.
If the board okays the closure plan, there will be 2 public hearings followed by a final vote. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
A federal judge today temporarily blocks President Trump's order ending the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship. Loyola law professor Lori Levinson is not surprised.
I think most people who know this area realize that the executive order was unconstitutional, that in the 14th Amendment, it does say that persons who are born in the United States have birthright citizenship. Moreover, there's a case from the Supreme Court from the 1800s that says the same.
The Trump administration is appealing the ruling. With the Laken-Riley Act now on its way to the president's desk, one Georgia congressman calls it a bittersweet moment.
It's named after the nursing student who was killed on UGA's campus in Athens almost a year ago by a Venezuelan national. Bill author Congressman Mike Collins says he believes it could save lives.
This is a good piece of solid, common sense law enforcement legislation.
But Athens Mayor Kelly Girtz says it's not the full solution. solution.
What we need to do is think, how do we put an immigration policy in place that is going to keep us safe and secure?
It requires law enforcement to detain undocumented migrants who've committed crimes like burglary. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump orders the release of thousands of classified government records related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The executive order also looks to declassify the remaining federal records related to the assassinations of Senator Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. Gwinnett County Police make an arrest in a more than 4-year-old cold case homicide with help from the victim's family. 50-year-old Carmen Hunt is charged in the July 2019 stabbing death of 61-year-old Ray Neal of Lawrenceville. Corporal Ryan Winderweedle with Gwinnett Police says their cold case investigator began to re-examine the case when a family member came forward.
Sergeant Hegwood had received a call from a family member of Ray Neal, and they believed a Carmen Marie Hunt is the one who killed Neal.
Hunt is now charged with felony murder and aggravated assault. She was already in jail for another stabbing in 2022. The state of emergency is lifted in DeKalb County. It was issued by CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson in response to severe weather conditions, and she says road conditions now have improved enough and the emergency is over. It is now 5:04 and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here is Alex Williams.
And we're just getting word from our traffic troopers, Bill, of a car fire on the East Freeway inbound I-20 westbound Wesley Chapel Road exit 68, quickly stacking up back toward Panola Road. Go ahead and think about jumping north using Covington Highway as an alternate. Also in the same area, stalls been blocking the lane 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20, exit 46. You're slow before Flat Shoals. And Hero putting the cones out. This crash is going to linger for a few downtown, 75, 85 and northbound. Before you get to 10th Street, exit number 250, that's in the HOV lane. You slow back before University Avenue. Been watching a crash on Georgia 400 in Forsyth County. Kobe Dawkins, School Rate Carrier Traffic Center.
And that's correct. Georgia 400 northbound before Highway 141, exit 13. Crash impacting at least one lane, causing delays back to McFarland Parkway. And then also looking at rides leaving the perimeter, still on Georgia 400 northbound, just a tap of the brakes getting past the North Springs MARTA station. And then you are free and clear getting to Alpharetta. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by for this evening. Lows tonight will be in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 43. Another frozen start on Saturday morning, lows in the low 20s. Partly cloudy for Saturday afternoon, high 46. Sunday, mostly cloudy but staying dry. Morning low 28, afternoon high near 50. Monday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers. Morning lows in the upper 30s, daytime highs in the low 50s.
Right now, 40 in College Park, 39 in Johns Creek. It's 42 in Cartersville. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3, which on every weekday aligns with the 5 o'clock hour, which means it's the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz, because hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So this hour's keyword is travel. TR. Am I doing it correct, Autumn?
Yes.
TR.
So far.
AVEL.
That's great. Good job.
Travel.
Travel here.
Yeah, you got it. You got it?
He's traveling to WSB.
Is it end with an L?
It ends with an L. I
right,
just
I
spelled
got
it.
it.
I think,
You
go
spelt
to the.
it?
I spelt it.
I just done spelt it.
I just
for
done
y'all.
spelt it for you. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBRadio.com/cash for your chance to win. Again, that word is
Travel.
Travel.
He got it.
Travel.
TRAV.
He's so smart.
He is. He's coming along.
Do I win?
No. So you have to go to the WSB Radio app and WSB or WSB.
What if you don't have a smartphone?
You would do you have a laptop or a desktop computer?
I got an old desktop.
Okay.
Library's still open.
Library's open. You run down there. HTTP.
Yes.
I don't know, whatever.
Let me get my pen back.
WSBRadio.com/cash.
Well, he might be out of luck because remember, after 5:30 is when they'll get the call whether or not they won or not. So you have to give the
I
library's
live right
phone.
behind the library. I'll be all right.
Okay, as long as you give their number.
If they-
your
yeah.
phone, home
I
phone.
go in there to use the bathroom. They know me.
Again, the keyword is travel. And make sure that you answer the phone after you sign up, because we cannot leave a voicemail. We have to talk to you directly. I brought in Shelley Winter,
You know, he works here.
What?
At WSB Radio, this Shelley Winter has a great radio show at 7 p.m. Right after this show.
How about that?
Weekdays. And it's a great show. It's different from this show, but you know what? Every show on WSB is different. That's why we're such a great station. But Shelley Winter's here. I happen to know Shelley Winter. We were talking before about the Eric Trump and the conspiracy theory that he was...
the backwards triangle, or the upside-down triangle.
He was flashing some kind of Illuminati, or some say Mason's sign. And I thought, well, Shelley Winter is a Mason. You're a Freemason, right?
Yes, sir.
Are they the same thing? Masons, Freemasons?
Yes.
So Mason's just a short...
W.C. Thomas Lodge 112, the greatest lodge in the history of Masonry.
I have no reason to doubt it. Whichever ones George Washington and Ben Franklin were in, they don't hold a candle.
Not to W.C. Thomas.
To yours.
Yes.
So my question was, we're always hearing about the Illuminati as, oh, I saw the secret handshake, or I saw the secret signal. But is it really a secret society if everybody who isn't in the society knows your secret handshakes and your secret hand signals?
It's a fascinating question. When I first became a member and I went to a bookstore to get some books on Freemasonry, just to, now I was a member or a brother or whatever, and I wanted to learn more, right? And it was amazing because everything that they tell you not to say or give away, it's written
it's all
in
in the books, right?
It's all in books or videos.
Right.
And so it's a secret society, but it's not so secret a society.
I mean, I think I've seen documentaries on whatever. Did you go through the whole initiation with the...
Well, I can't tell you that part. But it's a secret.
But I mean, if you're a member, obviously you were initiated.
Then you answered your own question.
Does your lodge have black and white tiled floor?
I'm not going to tell you all of
He
that.
can't tell you these things. Go read any book that's
There's
available at Barnes & Noble.
There's a huge Masonic lodge right over here on the corner.
Right across the street.
Have you been there?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it quite cool inside? Is it ornate?
It is. Much different than the African-American Prince Hall lodges.
Oh, okay. So is there a divide?
There was a divide for many, many years. There's
Yeah.
a big divide, especially in the South, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And it wasn't maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, the Grand Master of the state of Georgia for what we call the White Lodge, if you will, wrote an edict where we came together, and that happened only 3 years ago. Other states, it's fascinating. Yeah,
3
years
years
crazy.
ago.
Yeah, and so
And who says progress hasn't come to the South?
let me tell you, it's a fascinating story because in other states in the country, this might have happened in the 50s in some states,
Yeah.
and I think in Alabama, Mississippi, it still hasn't happened.
Can't there be like a national board that says you have to do
Now,
this?
each state is just like the government. Each state runs its own thing, and but it's fascinating. I interviewed he and our Prince Hall Grandmaster on my show back then when it was announced, and one of the things that he said openly and publicly was they wanted to do this years ago, but they had to wait for what you would call the old guard to
die
out,
off.
Basically. That's
Wow.
really what it
But
became.
see, okay, so what is? Let's get into this because, So if you, I'm not saying you did go through the initiation, but if you did, I remember
There's some who don't. There's some who are just like famous who they say, okay.
Did they get you the leather smock or not? That's what I want to know. It's like
can't tell you any of that.
leather
It's an
smock.
apron.
It's an apron. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not in the
Smock.
secret society.
And it has the
I don't mean to-
Gmail logo on it.
I don't mean to.
The Gmail logo.
The Gmail logo is the envelope, the M on the envelope.
So Gmail is a part of
It's a secret
society.
What? Probably. So, what? Why did you just hey, I'm interested in, look, all these people
My
in
grandfather
history.
was one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
and
there's
my
a
mom
family.
was an Eastern Star.
Oh, is that the female version?
Yes,
Oh, I never heard of that before. Eastern Star?
Eastern Stars.
And when did they start that up?
I
Certainly not the 1700s.
No,
When
maybe
did-
a little after, not long after.
When did Masonry start? When did the Freemasons start?
In America?
Yeah, I know George Washington.
I know Prince Hall Masonry started 17. Oh boy, I'm going to get kicked out of my lodge for not knowing
You know,
this.
what a terrible
17. So it was before that, for Masonry, but then the Prince Hall.
Now,
Masonry,
why did it get
17.
started? Was it a way for Christians to gather without being persecuted or something? Because there's all this Christian symbology
There's always
in there.
been throughout history. There's always been societies that existed for various reasons.
The Knights Templar were banned throughout Europe.
community advancement, bringing like-minded people to
Sure.
move a community forward.
Right.
And there's been tons of them, hundreds of them across the histories in all cultures. So it's just a part of that.
Like the Turtles.
or
ever hear of them?
The Elks, or
You
whatever.
ever hear of the Turtles?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, all I remember is my parents would talk about this, that if you're in this thing where you're the Turtles, if you're asked, are you a turtle, you immediately have to say, you bet your ass I'm something like that.
I don't know about that one.
That's what I heard growing up.
But there has
That's what I
been,
heard.
across history, across cultures, mankind has always sought to come together with like-minded individuals to do good in their community.
Sure.
And that's kind of what this is. It's really just an organization to
But why all the
forward-
secrecy? Just to make you feel like you're in something that's separate.
It's
if you're in the know, you're in the know, and so you.
Well, you have to have the secrecy in order to know one from the other. You know what I mean? So that's where
Right.
the secrecy comes in. You have to have that secrecy so you can.
But you guys
visit.
now know that everybody knows your secrets.
Well,
so.
yeah, but there are some things you'll never know unless you join.
Oh,
May I ask
Yeah.
a
is that
stupid
an
question?
invitation?
Uh-huh.
Is that an invitation? I need to
Absolutely.
join?
We'd love to have Eric
Yeah.
Von Hessel as a member
Can't
of
join
the
anything.
W.C. Thomas Lodge 112.
I can't join anything where you
Oh,
have to
I'd
have
be honored to
meetings.
have you as a brother in our lodge.
I'd be honored. I'd be
initiated.
honored to be with you if I could do it in like name only. Like, I don't want to go to meetings and stuff.
Wanna get initiated?
Oh, none of us do. Once you become a member, none of us go
Are
to
you a level-
meetings.
are you a level-
That's no.
Are you a level 33 yet?
No. That's too much time and money to
You
do
got
that.
30 levels to go.
Yeah, 30 levels.
Eric, you should join.
You're only a couple
You
years
should.
younger than me, Shelly.
Yeah, I'm done.
Eric,
No,
you should
when
join,
I
and
when
you
I
should learn
first
how to talk
when I
backwards.
first joined
Hold on.
when I first joined, I did not want to. I decided it's just too much of a time commitment, too much of a financial commitment to go.
Yeah.
A lot of people do, and a lot of people still go to meetings. The running joke in Freemasonry, no matter what kind of lodge it is that it's only 7 people at every meeting, but there are 1,000 members of a lodge.
Right, and it sounds a little bit like Scientology's got those levels too. You get to the top and you actually get the secret.
It can. I mean, there's many things you could say negative about it.
I didn't say negative.
No.
I was just- I
Well,
just said
Scientology is
that.
a cult.
Oh,
But,
whoa, hey. John
That's a cult.
Travolta says it's a religion.
Yeah, that's a cult.
Tom Cruise.
Hey, John Travolta, please. Hey,
It's a nice little thing you can do, It's cool.
So wait, so is
it's
this
cool.
So is this more closer to a Lions Club? That's my dumb question.
No,
because-
it's not.
Well, it can be, but those clubs tend to be a little bit more open. You sign.
I got a fish
you
fry
get
at the
voted in.
Lions Club this week.
Yeah.
You
don't have to,
become
like-
a member. It's more closely aligned to the Elks Lodge and
Sure.
things like that.
I'm kind of go. But just a minute. Were you ever spanked?
I can't tell.
Were
you.
you spanked? A grown man. Did you get spanked? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to leave now.
Because if the answer is yes, I might think about joining.
From what I
promise-
understand, you just have to show up, right? To join a lodge, you
Someone
just
has to
show up.
invite you.
Oh,
Well, you have to be in. You have to fill out an application and get background checks and all. I mean, we don't want pedophiles
Oh, wow,
in our
okay.
lodge.
Okay.
Understandable.
Well, yeah, I don't think we want. Yeah, we wouldn't want them in most places.
Well, I'm just making that point.
I'm like, is there a
I mean, you could have started with something
Yeah,
like,
well, I don't
we
wanna
want
go to the
bank
extreme.
robbers.
Right, I don't want to go to the extreme.
You could have said criminals.
I don't want to go to the
If you
extreme.
see a compass and a scale sticker on somebody's car, just go up and say, "Hey, I want to be a Mason."
You can.
Yeah,
and
but
then
not
you have
without
to
a
go
bank.
through-
Not without a. First, I got to make sure you're not a pedophile. Then,
Right, or a
Then
murderer,
a murderer, or any other.
anything
That's
else.
like level 45, right? Once you get to that level.
See, I feel like you're
33
making
is the
fun of my
highest level.
organization.
No.
I'm going to leave.
No.
You invited me into your home to ask me questions, and now you're making fun, so I'm going to leave now. I come on at 7
We
o'clock. I
have
appreciate
respect.
you guys.
We
You're an
have
odd
respect.
fellow.
I'm just trying
We
to
have
understand.
respect for the Freemasons and all the free gatherings. I just think this is what I'm saying is I think it's time to change the signals and the codes because everybody knows them. And if you're going to be a secret society, you got to.
Well, that's the thing. They don't know him because to think that Eric Trump was throwing a Masonic sign tells me that they don't know him.
I gave a speech once at the Capitol, Georgia, and then I ended up on the front page of the AJC, and when it got posted online. I guess I was doing something with my hands, and like all these people are like, oh, "He's in the Illuminati. He's doing this thing." Meanwhile, I'm waving my hands around, and the photographer's going,
"Right."
I'm picking one, which is
that
probably,
happens.
huh?
So that happens.
Elon, it does happen. Hey,
that's how it happens, and that's how you know all the secrets are not out because they think him keeping his hands like that.
There's
is
still
in
things
Masonic
that I could know that I can't know unless I was a
There
member.
are things that you think you know that are not really true. That's the best way of putting it.
Well, if there's spanking involved, I may be interested.
Eric Trump not involved then.
As far as I know, he's not. He could be. I mean, a family could be, but I don't know.
But people, who
But
cares?
what I'm trying to say is I don't know from that picture that means he is. No,
but you're here on the radio saying I'm a Freemason. Like, why would
but
it even? But why?
That is
why
nothing that I am familiar with in
That's
any
what I'm
of
saying
my,
is,
yeah.
if Eric Trump was, I assume he'd be just like you and be like, yeah, I'm a Freemason. Like, why would
no one would keep it a secret?
Exactly.
Right,
That's
right,
what. So
right.
it's a non-story.
Right. It's
basically.
total. It's just
even
like
if he was doing it, it's a non-story.
It's just like you were talking about yesterday with the AOK sign.
Yeah.
You know, everything's all okay. Like that sign. Like,
now all of a sudden you're some kind of Nazi if you do
right,
that.
Exactly.
But
there's
you're
a whole
not.
fraternity that does that called Kappa Alpha Psi, and that all of a sudden became the white symbol.
Now they're the white
supremacists
supremacists because it's something that they've been doing that's been innocuous for 1,000 years.
Absolutely.
Some 20-year-old decides suddenly is bad.
Right. So we just got to the bottom of the Eric Trump thing by. That's the answer right there.
The answer is people are nuts.
Right. There it is.
If I'm to believe a Freemason.
Oh, George Clark. You would be the first one to be a Freemason, George Clark. All right, Shelley Winter.
Thank you,
And we
guys.
have all the respect in the world for your lodge. And what was that lodge again?
They just told me W.C. Thomas Lodge 112, and their brothers just texted me through our secret signals that I can hear through the air. That they're on their way down here to complain to
Oh, my
management.
goodness. They're gonna take me out. You people have too much power. These secret societies.
Did you say you were going through negotiations right now?
Yeah.
There may be a change in that.
Eric,
look at the hands. He's doing the hand signals right now.
I know. Oh, my goodness. We're on. I never should have brought Shelley Winter in. But if you want more Shelley Winter, 7 p.m. this evening.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
You.
Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on I-20 in DeKalb.
And at 519, Eric, it's all due to a car fire. Travel advisory. It looks like the fire's out, but only the left lane open. Single file. I-20 westbound. Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Already stacked on the brake lights back before Panola Road. Exit off at Evans Mill Road. Head north. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate. Elsewhere in Forsyth County, we've been dealing with a crash. 400 northbound before Highway 141. Exit 13. That's Peachtree Parkway. Those delays stretch back to Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta. You can use Highway 9. Also been watching the crash downtown. Kobe Dawkins, Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
And that crash is still working. 7585 northbound before 10th Street, exit 250. Your HOV lane remains blocked, adding to the delays back to University Ave. And southbound rides 75 and 85. Those delays start before the Brookwood split, getting to I-20. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
We do have areas here in the metro region that got relatively hit hard by a burst of snow.
we're at our best.
Steve Reynolds Boulevard, several cars being abandoned because of the ice.
Tune in often for the latest.
An FAA ground delay has been issued for Hartsfield-Jackson with an average delay of 81 minutes.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in will work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
How about a simple New Year's resolution? One where you're guaranteed to succeed. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. Reverse the clock on hair loss with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment. You'll feel more confident and more youthful when you witness your own natural hair growing into those places where it's been balding or thinning for years. From Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology to their highly experienced team, there's no one I trust more in hair restoration. Their simple FUE treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and your new hair is backed by the Advanced Hair Guaranteed. Simply put, Advanced Hair's exceptional standard of care makes your comfort and your results their top priority. Did I mention the results can last a lifetime? Celebrate this new year with a fuller head of hair and get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR. See what meeting your resolution could look like at advancedhair.com.
For only a few more days, you can get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned and a free hallway from Zero Res for only $109. This offer ends soon, so schedule your appointment now before it's too late. Schedule online at ZeroResAtlanta.com.
For Valentine's Day, Tara Fine Jewelry Company's immaculate, beautiful showroom speaks for itself. You'll find a gift as wonderful as the love that brought you there. Every showcase home to magnificent designs. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, Buford, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia.
Just a quick reminder, the 5 o'clock hour WSB 5K a day bonus blitz keyword is travel. TRAVEL. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBRadio.com/cash for your chance to win. Again, that word is travel. I'm looking up now. Trump is now saying that Ukraine is ready to make a deal.
Yeah, they are.
So he's publicly, yesterday he was telling Putin, I'm going to put more sanctions on you, which I don't know. I feel like we've already sanctioned out kind of on that one. But he's, if you don't, and now he's out there saying that Ukraine is ready to make a deal. So hopefully it all works. I hope it works, not just because I want people to stop dying for no good reason, but there is a part of me just like I want the neocons to be proven wrong. Because with the neocons, it's like, oh yeah, we could stop this war and people could live, but it'll be worse down the line. Boy, it'll be worse. See, we got to kill people now so that we don't have to kill as many people in the future. But there's always a now where we're killing people. And so I just want, however this is, I know the neocons hate this. He's doing it in public. He's making public statements, trying to get this war done. And I just want it to work, number one, so that there's peace. That's the most important thing. But also right there behind with me is just to prove these idiot neocons wrong so we can just get them out of government. Alex Williams is watching the car fire cleanup on I-20 in DeKalb.
And it has done a number to that ride out there, Eric. At 525, car fire cleanup, travel advisory, just a left lane open. I-20 westbound, Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Already slow back to Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. Jump up, use Covington Highway. We've had debris in a center lane, 285 northbound, the outer loop into DeKalb County, same area. Right at I-20, exit 46. You slow before Flat Shoals. And crash still lingers in the HOV lane, 7585 northbound before 10th Street, heading up into Midtown. Those delays stretch back to University Avenue. Crash still working 400 and Forsyth County. Kobe Dawkins.
That's correct. 400 northbound before Highway 141, exit 13. Crash impacting at least one lane, causing delays back to Old Milton Parkway. You can avoid that by taking Highway 9 as an alternate. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Owning a home means a lot of tough decisions, like who can I trust with the comfort of my family? Hey, it's Jared Yamamoto from the Von Hessler Doctrine for Guardian Home Experts. You know me, I'm an Atlanta guy, born and raised, but I'm not going to use a company just because my parents did or because I heard their name a lot. Heating, cooling, and plumbing options and pricing can be really complicated. So I did my research and I chose local, family-owned Guardian Home Experts. Over 5,000 5-star reviews. Affordable options, high-quality work, and impeccable customer service. Get a new system with Guardian and Daikin to get up to a $1,450 instant rebate and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's as low as $99 a month to own, not lease. Plus, Guardian offers a meet or beat price match guarantee up to $500. Details online. And here's my favorite part.
Call 470 experts. Guardian Home Experts.
Happy New Year from your friends at Lloyd Advisor Group. As we look into 2025, it is very common to set goals and expectations for the year. Personally, I try to have goals in each area of my life to help provide direction and guidance to my steps. One goal for this year is to be more present in the moment, giving each area its due. I would encourage you to do the same thing with each of the goals you set for this year. And if one of your goals this year is to address your financial situation, we would love to help you. Call us at 770-766-5611. Again, that's 770-766-5611. We would thoroughly enjoy making this year the year you reach that goal.
Advisory services offered through Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC. The Lloyd Group Incorporated is an independent licensed insurance agency, and you may be provided with information regarding the purchase of insurance and other financial products.
Belinda Skelton here with Dr. Ashraf with the Atlanta Vision Institute, and I'm a proud recipient of the laser optics procedure because it literally changed my life. I went from wearing glasses and contacts and not being able to see leaves on trees clearly, being tired when I read books at night, tired when I worked on the computer for long hours at a time. And I know that you hear a lot of this, Dr. Ashraf.
Yes, Belinda, I hear all these accolades all the time from patients. It is truly a life-changing procedure. This will not give you x-ray vision. However, if you want to get rid of the hassle of glasses and contacts and want to improve the quality of your life, this is a great procedure for you.
Go to 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Take the quiz. See if this procedure is a good option for you. That website again is 2020atlanta.com. Your medical insurance may cover it.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top story. One of President Trump's first executive orders on immigration is rejected. A federal judge temporarily blocks Trump's order ending the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship. The president says his administration will appeal.
Put it before a certain judge in Seattle, I guess, right? And there's no surprises with that judge.
CBS News legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum says he is not surprised.
I don't believe the White House or Justice Department lawyers expected the court to rule in favor of the president's executive order. But this judge was especially dismissive of what the president is trying to accomplish here, calling it blatantly unconstitutional.
This case is one of 5 lawsuits brought by more than 20 states and several immigration rights groups. With the Laken Riley Act now on the way to President Trump's desk, the Georgia congressman behind the immigration bill says it is a bittersweet day.
For us to be able to have a bill with her name on it that'll live in history now forever, and this bill will help save lives, I think is probably the least we can do.
10th District Congressman Mike Collins says it requires ICE to detain any undocumented immigrants who are charged, arrested, or convicted of committing crimes, including burglary, theft, or shoplifting. It is 40 degrees in Atlanta. How much of a warm-up the next few days, and when is the next rain chance arrive? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Family members and community activists demand action from the mayor and Atlanta City Council after a man is killed during the clearing of a homeless encampment.
Cornelius Taylor was a brother, an uncle, a father. He was a leader in his community. He was somebody.
Community activist Derek Bozeman is calling for a meeting with Mayor Dickens. The city calls Taylor's death a tragic accident. The mysterious death of a Lawrenceville man over 4 years ago is solved.
Gwinnett County Police's cold case unit received a phone call from a family member of a man who was found dead in his Lawrenceville home back in 2019. Gwinnett's medical examiner found that 61-year-old Ray Neal was stabbed to death. Neal's family provided police with information about 50-year-old Carmen Marie Hunt, so investigators re-examined Neal's Neal's case and conducted new interviews. Based on the new evidence, Hunt has now been charged with felony murder and aggravated assault in the Lawrenceville man's death. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
Former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins is a step closer to becoming the nation's next VA secretary.
I think we can work together with the new secretary to improve the lives of veterans and their families, caregivers, and survivors.
Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas chairs the Veterans Affairs Committee, which today approves Collins' nomination. He still needs to be confirmed by the full Senate, which could happen in a matter of days. Despite not getting votes from 2 Republicans, the man picked to lead the Pentagon is close to confirmation. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports Pete Hegseth's nomination passes by a slim margin in the U.S. Senate.
The former Fox News host cleared the procedural hurdle with 51 votes in favor and 49 against. 2 Republicans, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine, joined Senate Democrats in voting no on Pete Hegseth's nomination. A final vote is still in store, but it appears Hegseth will have enough support to be narrowly confirmed.
Now is your last chance to upgrade your Peach Pass information before it is shut down for a few days.
The upgrades were put off last month to prevent problems during the busy holiday travel rush, but now they're about to happen, says Erica Bayonne with the Georgia Road and Tollway Authority.
January 24th through January 29th, Peach Pass will be upgrading our back office system for what we hope will be an enhanced experience for our customers.
She says several services will be down during the upgrade, including mypeachpass.com, the app, Peach Pass parking at the airport, and customer service. Retail locations will also be closed. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia's economy is nearing a milestone. The Georgia Department of Labor says the number of jobs in the state is just 6,000 shy of 5 million. That's an all-time high. The unemployment rate in the state holds steady last month at 3.7%. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Has not been fun in DeKalb County this afternoon, Bill. Travel advisory, car fire cleanups, just been leaving a left lane open. I-20 westbound, Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68, jammed on the brake lights, leaving them all at Stonecrest. Head north and use Covington Highway as an alternate. We've also had debris blocking the lane. 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20 there in DeKalb, exit 46. You slow back toward Boulder Crest Road. We've also had an issue in Forsyth County. They tell us they've still been working a crash, trying to get it out of travel lanes. 400 northbound before Highway 141, Peachtree Parkway, exit 13. Those delays start back at Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta. You can use Highway 9 as an alternate there. Also been watching a crash downtown. Kobe Dawkins, Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
And crash cleanup remains 7585 northbound before 10th Street, exit 250. It's knocking out your HOV lane, adding to the delays back to University Ave. And southbound rides 75 and 85. Those delays start before the Brookwood split, getting to I-20. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by for this evening. Lows tonight will be in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 43. Another frozen start on Saturday morning, lows in the low 20s. Partly cloudy for Saturday afternoon, high 46. Sunday, mostly cloudy but staying dry. Morning low 28, afternoon high near 50. Monday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers. Morning lows in the upper 30s, daytime highs in the low 50s.
41 right now in Emerson, 37 in Oakwood, and 36 in Fayetteville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Your roof has been working overtime lately. Heavy rain and severe storms have impacted our area again. So how did your roof hold up? Hey, it's Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show here. Water is your home's #1 enemy. Heavy rain and severe storms like we've had recently can expose roof leaks and lead to water damage. I recommend you schedule a free roof analysis with my roofer, Finley Roofing, the roof guys. If your roof is leaking or damaged, it's possible that you don't even see any signs yet, but you could see water inside. Look around. Check your attic, ceiling, drywall, and chimney area. Do you see dripping water, wet spots, or water streaks? If yes, think of Finley first. Finley Roofing is locally owned and operated. They always follow the golden rule to treat you right, and I trust them in my home. You can trust them too. Get peace of mind with no obligation and no charge. Schedule your free roof analysis at FinleyRoofing.com.
Roof. There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Well, I believe we have reached the moment in the show where we have rock royalty join us to give us the music news.
Hi, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Paul Stanley's Music News on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Not so fast. I've been handed this by 352 lawyers. I must point out that this is actually
They
Paul.
condensed it down to that many pages?
Yeah, it's 300.
Wow.
Well, yeah, they work on it together. They kind of look over each other's shoulders.
Okay.
Came out with just only like 5 pages.
It's good.
But essentially, boil it down, I have to let everyone know this is actually Paul Entertainment News International Stanley. Paul Stanley, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, huh, in the United States of America.
Hey.
Los Angeles is still burning.
It is.
And people don't have the attention span for it. This is what I've noticed. People just don't have the attention. Like, remember a couple of weeks ago, everybody was about, now we're talking about, hey, the Oscars nominations are out.
Well, they need to move them out of L.A.
Well, it doesn't look to me like, when are the Oscars?
I think it's the middle of February.
Yeah, like, they got a new fire just starting out now. I don't know what's going on.
Terrible. I think they need new leadership.
March 2nd.
You know what, Paul Entertainment?
I don't get involved in politics, but yeah, it's Paul Stanley.
Paul
PS.
Entertainment News International Stanley.
Can we call you Paulie?
No.
I wonder if this is actually going to turn into a political realignment in that maybe not the
in
whole
LA?
state.
No.
How poorly can you run a city without being thrown out of power? I wonder.
None of that stuff matters as long as that horrible, horrible man is in the White House.
Okay, Paul Entertainment News International.
Not to me.
That
I'm
was the
just.
start of a joke.
Huh?
Huh?
I thought that was the start of a joke. How poorly can you run a city?
Oh, how poorly is it?
I don't have a punchline for it, but it is a good setup.
I get it.
Yeah. She's trying to knock the show off the rails. That's what she's doing.
I'm giving her a lot of leeway.
She's like a Freemason. She's secretly talking to people. You know,
she is
waking up sleeper cells.
She's a lady of the cell or whatever. What are the ladies?
Oh, yeah,
lady,
the Star Moon and Stars.
The Star Moon lady.
I believe you said Eastern Stars?
Eastern Stars.
Good job.
Oh, Eastern Stars.
I have a story about it. Eastern Stars.
She's a country and Western star.
Howdy, y'all.
Oh, like
I got me a
Beyonce.
secret handshake.
Hey, by the way, did you ever record your country song? You had that great country song about 10 years ago.
Oh, my God.
I remember you talking about it.
Now it doesn't, I don't know. It seems weird now because it's,
Well, it was a good country song, I felt like.
Thank you.
Well, why didn't you ever do anything with it?
Well, I don't know. I only had one sort of part of it thought out and nothing else.
That's how every song starts. Did you do you ever want to leave you just like the apartment complex life? You just want to stay there? Is that what it is? Is that what the
So you're saying I should become a country music songwriter?
No, I'm saying if you have a good song, I think you should complete it and then
Write
maybe
it.
show
Send
it to people. Maybe make a demo. You don't think that you're probably going to be the one that has a hit with it, but the way this is done is you make a demo and then you get it in the hands of people who are like, oh, this would be a great song for so-and-so.
Have AI make it.
Now you
that's
can,
a good idea.
Yeah. You could even
But
do
then
that.
did I really accomplish anything? I just put it in a thing.
The idea is to get someone else to actually record it and give you money. And they have a big hit, and they have to worry about stalkers and all the stuff that comes with celebrity, and you just get the money.
It's called 2 clicks away.
I
That's
know
my country
people.
song.
I'll take care of you.
Yeah, you got Paul here. He can maybe get the song in front of somebody. And
I mean, you got to grease the wheels.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? What's that mean?
It just means you got to,
you gotta do some
don't
things.
sit on your laurels.
Yeah, that's right. Just means some greasing.
We'll
of
talk
the
it
wheels.
over
Okay.
off air.
That's right. A personal negotiation, I think,
Yeah.
is the way that
And
Paul
that's right.
usually thinks of this.
In the business world, that's an offline conversation.
An offline conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you for being interested in my country song, Eric.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. I remember all the things. Hey, all the great ideas that the doctrinaires never follow up on. I remember them. I remember them. All right, we got some music news there.
Yes, the band Kiss almost charts a new
Why
number one
does
hit.
every damn
You got to
music
cancel
news
this segment.
There
starts-
wasn't last week.
because we weren't here last week because there was a weather.
No, we
thing.
did Paul Stanley last week.
Did we?
We did. Well, I did.
Yeah.
And there was no Kiss story. But this is important because we almost had a number one hit this week.
You almost had a number one hit.
It's
How
the
is that
hot-
possible?
Because the movie The Fall Guy used I Was Made for Loving You. Everybody started buying it, and it's doing really well.
I thought the movie The Fall Guy came out years ago.
No, last year.
It was over the summer when it came out of theaters, and then I believe was
I didn't see it,
available
but
on the
I mean,
stream.
I know it
It's
was
good.
out.
It's actually a
Oh, I'm
really.
sure
Is it Will Forte or something? Who's
No,
in it?
that's Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, he's handsome.
What am
And
I?
then,
I'm thinking of the new MacGyver. Is that Will Forte?
Will Forte-
MacGruber.
MacGruber.
MacGruber. Well, right.
MacGruber.
His version of MacGyver. Okay.
All right, here's a real one.
All right. No, it's okay. That's a real one. Congratulations. You almost.
Great
What, did you get
song.
to number 2?
Well, we're up there.
It's like one of the worst Kiss songs ever.
To you.
Oh, I love that song.
I Was Made for Loving You.
It's a great disco.
It's their disco
hit.
song.
Well, everybody was doing disco. Mick, The Dead.
When I was a kid, Kiss was hot, hot, hotter than hell.
And that's
Not,
great.
I
That's
was
great.
made for loving you, baby.
That bass line that opens the song is fantastic.
Gene says he can't stand it.
Well, Gene's a dummy sometimes.
Okay, all right.
You know
so-
what he can stand?
Money.
A big wad of cash
That's
stuffed
right.
into his pocket.
Sure.
There's nothing he won't put our name on.
He puts it underneath his hairpiece.
That's right. It's tattooed on his bald head. Okay.
Is that called a piece when it's that large?
No,
it's just
a
a wig.
It's a helmet.
Wig.
It's a
An ugly hair helmet. I've told him, but hey, listen, he won't
Okay,
go
listen. Look, I think you guys should. He doesn't go after your ear. You don't go after his
old.
hair.
Well, I have a new ear.
I know.
Well, it's not anymore new.
It's been there for a while.
I grew it
Not
on my
anymore
arm.
new.
Recycled.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm tired of talking about your damn ear.
Bailey Zimmerman, whoever that is, apologizes for being too drunk for a music festival performance.
Who's Bailey Zimmerman?
He's a rising country star. And
He's a
obviously
rising country
and he's
star.
been he's been hanging out with Morgan Wallen too much, and this was his Instagram moment here.
What happened was I decided to drink that day, which
right.
was a mistake, and I got up on stage and I was too drunk to play. And I sang awful. I played awful. Nobody got the show that they wanted or paid for, and I'm disappointed in myself.
Okay.
When I first heard that, I thought it was Billy Ray
Honesty.
Cyrus talking about the
Oh, get over it, buddy.
inauguration. Autumn accepts his apology.
I
as
like it.
a-
I like the honesty. He's like, hey, I did it. That was
Yeah.
dumb. My bad. On
Now
to
the
next.
question is, does it happen more often? As long as you mess up
Right.
and you fess up and you apologize, and then now the next part is you can't do that again. It's not a good idea. Now I think everyone knows I'm hammered before I
Do every show.
by 3 p.m. every afternoon. Now I just happen to need it.
It's
you know?
Eric's go-go juice.
That's how you get going, all
A
those
long
shots.
time ago, I
Yeah.
was I found out that I'm a much better radio host if I'm trashed. But you see, it's still based on what is going to be successful.
I don't understand the garbage bag though. Why do you, or excuse me, the brown
Casey
paper bag?
pukes.
Well, the brown paper bag. Why do you have to bring it in that? You could just come
Well,
out
because
here.
you can't drive in your car and drink
Yeah.
without the bag.
Yeah.
Or the cop will see it.
That's right. And when the cops see me drinking from a bag, it doesn't alert their suspicions at all.
No.
They just like,
There's
he's
a
probably-
citizen with his
he's
beverage in a
drinking-
bag.
That's right. It's probably maybe grape soda or something. I have no idea.
He wouldn't do that while driving.
Point is, kids, just because I get hammered before every show, I think I've proven that it makes the show better. But if you can't handle it,
It's called concealed container, and if you do that, you're fine.
are you talking about still on the road? The concealed
When
container?
you're driving, yeah, if it's
Yeah.
concealed.
Yeah, well, I know, but my problem is that sometimes the cops kind of think if they're drinking out of a paper bag, there might be something illicit inside of
Well,
it.
I'm saying that the bag prevents them from going anywhere near you because they're like, oh, it's just something in a bag.
It works, is
I
what you're
can't
saying.
see it. I don't know what it is. I'm in a hurry. I got a coffee date.
Point being,
You got
don't
Bailey
try
Zimmerman.
to be like your hero, Eric Von Hessler, who gets hammered before every show because you may not be able to pull it off like I do.
You were at that Bailey Zimmerman show. You got him
I
drunk.
got him drinking.
I knew it.
He looked to me like he was a little nervous. I'm like, hey, I know how to have a good show.
Here's the go-go.
I've been getting drunk before every show for the last 25 years.
It's a little chilly out. This is gonna.
Yeah,
You're gonna stay warm.
Listen, more. You need more. If you ever wonder, Should I have one more? That means you need one more in order to get your stage presence where it needs to be so you can entertain. But apparently, not everyone can handle it the way I learned from Jared Yamamoto, the greatest functional alcoholic I've ever met. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on I-20 in DeKalb.
And at 547, Eric, I think I have some better news. Earlier, car fire, I-20 westbound, Wesley Chapel Road exit 68 had left only the left lane open. It looks like more lanes are now opening, but it's going to take a while for those delays back at the mall at Stonecrest to improve. You continue to use Covington Highway as an alternate. Now, also in DeKalb, we've had trouble now in the right lane here with it, 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20, exit 46. You're slow as you leave I-675, and this long-lasting crash still lingering in the HOV lane, 75-85 and northbound before 10th Street, jammed up on those brake lights from University Avenue. Think about using Highway 29, which becomes Northside Drive, a good alternate there. Not been fun on 400 out of Alpharetta into Forsyth County. Kobe Dawkins, Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center.
And you're dealing with a crash, Georgia 400 northbound before Highway 141, exit 13. It's blocking a lane, causing delays past Old Milton Parkway. Use Highway 9 to avoid. And looking at rides getting into the northwest, 75 northbound, you are sluggish from Delk Road getting to Highway 92 in Ackworth. And looking at 575 northbound, brake lights begin leaving I-75 getting into Woodstock. This report is sponsored by the Atlanta Camping and RV Show. It's the 50th year, Georgia's largest showcase of new campers, travel trailers, and motorhomes. 4 days to shop, Thursday through Sunday, the 23rd through the 26th. Atlanta Expo Center, AtlantaRVShow.com. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
On air,
online,
on the app,
where you get your news,
is where you'll win.
Download the WSB radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Yo, I just won $1,000 from WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday.
Thank you, Jesus. What's that?
Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB radio app.
First chance to win is tomorrow at 8.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz
on 95.5 WSB.
Take it from somebody who knows our roads are dangerous already, but they're even more dangerous in the winter. Hey, it's Smitha Mark McKay for John Foy & Associates, the Strong Arm. This time of year, it gets darker earlier. There's always a threat of rain and sometimes even black ice. If winter conditions lead to someone crashing into you, don't try to take on the insurance companies alone. Send in the Strong Arm, John Foy & Associates. The Strong Arm knows how much money you're entitled to and how to get it. There is no cost until they win. Call for your free case evaluation, johnfoy.com.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live, Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Tiffany, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was wonderful in answering any questions I had along the way. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Are you retired or retiring soon? Do you know how much money you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. These may feel like scary times. Several economists are saying that a recession is imminent. So what do? Ancient wisdom says plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have an actionable plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan is executed to take advantage of market gains, but protect you from market losses. We would like to give you a free, no-obligation consultation to help you do all three. We will help you discover your magic number and give you the roadmap to get there. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108. 800-508-6108. Don't wait. Call 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Taking a look at everything that's going on in the whirling dervish known as the Trump administration 2.0. And I have to say, it looks like Trump's going to continue to dun the NATO member states until they agree to pay their fair share.
Done.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Well done, you might say.
Done.
Well done.
All right, Paul, Entertainment News International, Stanley.
Well,
What else in the music news?
In response to the fires in Los Angeles, which have taken so many homes and disrupted so many lives, they've put together a lineup called Fire Aid. What's Fire Aid? It's like Farm Aid. A bunch of guys get together, and girls get together and jam. So you got John Fogerty, Stevie Wonder, the Black Crowes.
Yeah.
I think you got Graham Nash, if that's him, or some old lady. I don't know.
Earth, Wind, and Fire's not invited.
That would probably not be good. Olivia Rodrigo, Alanis Morissette for some reason, Dawes.
Actually, I think Earth, Wind, and Fire are going to be part of this.
Do you think so?
I think I saw a headline.
They are. My God.
And I hadn't thought of it the way Autumn said it, but it all came together when she said that.
And the Chili Peppers are going to be there.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Every song is about California with it. Lady Gaga.
You know,
Lil Baby.
I
whoever the
guess
hell
it's
that is.
Lil Baby's been around for a while.
Talented.
Even I've heard of that person.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
It's a baby.
I like him. It's a baby.
You know, it's a nice gesture, I guess. But do these things ever really? I mean,
Almost
Is LA gonna
10%
be-
of the money will go to the fire victim.
Almost.
I mean, does this stuff ever really do anything? I guess it'll be a telethon at the same time. That's
Creates
usually how these
awareness.
things work.
Yeah, they're gonna-
Awareness.
Who's not aware of this?
Some people might not be.
Interesting with this one, they're going to air it in local theaters in the LA area, which I think that's unique. So they're going to air it not only on TV, but you can go to the local movie theater and watch it there too.
I don't know.
a Fathom event.
Just please tell me. Just let's change things. How about no All-Star Jam at the end? Nobody ever enjoys this.
You don't think Graham Nash and Lil Baby can
Yeah,
do a nice
nobody
collab
ever
together?
enjoys it when they got 55 guitar players on stage. The only one that anybody ever goes back.
Imagine all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only one
No, that Prince jam was good.
Well, that's because
the one.
that's because Prince showed off and just pissed off every other musician on stage, and did a great job. So that one's fascinating. But other than that, they're usually very, very boring. Hey, would it be interesting to have 25 rhythm guitarists? Alex Williams says there are delays on Georgia 400.
And at 5:56, it is slow out of Alpharetta into Forsyth County. 400 northbound. Brake lights find you right at Old Milton Parkway, exit number 10. And you're going to stay slow for the next 3 miles. Getting up to a crash. Should be out of travel lanes in Forsyth County before Highway 141 Peachtree Parkway. You can always use Highway 9 to avoid that. Long-standing trouble still in the HOV lane downtown. 75-85 northbound before 10th Street, exit 250. Waiting on a tow truck there. The delays with that stretch back to University Avenue. Southbound delays now filled in from the 85-400 merge as you make your way through Midtown and downtown to I-20. We've had some trouble spots in DeKalb County. Kobe Dawkins, Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
And that's correct. On I-285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20 exit 46, dealing with some right lane troubles, delays stretching to I-675, and you remain slow on I-20 westbound approaching the perimeter due to an earlier vehicle fire. All lanes are back open, but those tough delays stretch to Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. You can avoid that by taking Covington Highway as an alternate. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing a better way to treat your aching bones and joints. And that starts with predicting problems before they even become problems, up to a year in advance, with up to 93% accuracy. When you save time avoiding surgeries you don't need, you can spend time doing the things you love. When it comes to healthcare, a better system means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
Do you frequently ask family and friends to repeat themselves? Do you struggle to understand conversations when you're at a restaurant, missing important life moments? Hi, this is Dr. Prince from Atlanta Hearing Associates, and we can help you hear better again. At Atlanta Hearing Associates, we combine the latest technology with compassionate care given by doctors of audiology to help you successfully manage hearing loss and get back to enjoying your life to the fullest. We offer hearing tests for individuals of all ages with easy online scheduling at HearAtlanta.com. Symptoms: your hearing is muffled or words are not clear. It's difficult to hear when there is background noise. You turn the TV volume way up. If you noticed any of these symptoms, it's time to have a hearing test. Come on in and see us at Atlanta Hearing Associates. Easy online scheduling is available at HearAtlanta.com. HEAR Atlanta.com.
As Georgia's homegrown leader in business insurance, Builders partners with thousands of local businesses to safeguard workers and help them return to their lives after injuries. Explore reliable workers' compensation solutions at BLDRS.com. Builders, insurance built strong.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, it is happening this hour. The Fulton County School Board is meeting to consider the superintendent's controversial plan to close 2 elementary schools. WSB's Steve Summers reports live with what the vote will mean.
Yeah, Bill, Superintendent Mike Looney wants Spalding Drive Elementary in Sandy Springs and Park Lane Elementary in East Point closed because he says enrollment is down in both schools and both schools cost too much to operate.
Something has to change, or we're going to be one of those school districts that you read about in the papers that's financially insolvent.
But parents say the board's own numbers show at least one school has plenty of enrollment.
Spalding currently has no empty classrooms, which would suggest it is at capacity, but they say it's too small to remain open.
This debate has been going on for months now. If the board okays the superintendent's recommendation to close Spalding Drive, which is 59 years old, and Park Lane, which is 72, there will be 2 public hearings and then a final vote. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
40 degrees in Atlanta as we try to thaw out from the deep freeze.
The city of Atlanta spent 66 hours with temperatures at or below 32 degrees since Sunday night into Wednesday afternoon.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A rally at Atlanta City Hall today in support of the man killed when the city cleared a homeless encampment earlier this month.
Cornelius Taylor was a brother, an uncle, a father. He was a leader in his community.
he was somebody.
Community activist Derek Bozeman demands action, and all new at 6 o'clock, an Atlanta City Council member agrees it is time to change the way the city deals with the homeless.
Calling for a moratorium on sweeping housing encampments.
You don't sweep encampments, you house them.
Atlanta City Council member Liliana Bakhtiari demands faster data on the number of unhoused and urges more case managers to be deployed.
If there had been case managers on the ground to build relationships with people there, the same people and the case managers who deserve to be paid living wages, and we retained them, if we had had them, then Cornelius would have been housed.
But commenters like Matthew Nursey with the Housing Justice League say the council itself makes it harder for the homeless.
We need affordable and public housing now. We need a lot of it.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump orders the release of thousands of classified government records related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years. For decades.
The executive order also looks to declassify the remaining federal records related to the assassinations of Senator Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. A federal judge is temporarily blocking President Trump's order ending the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship. Loyola law professor Lori Levinson is not surprised by the ruling.
Donald Trump was trying to just have his way with executive orders. But what's getting in the way for him now are the federal courts, because they will have to review these executive orders to see if they're constitutional. And at least at this first stage, a judge has said it is not and has put a ban on this executive order.
The Trump administration says it will appeal the federal judge's ruling. With the Laken Riley Act now on the way to President Trump's desk, the Georgia congressman behind the legislation hopes it leads to increased safety for Americans.
The bill, named after the nursing student murdered in Athens last year by a Venezuelan national, requires law enforcement to detain undocumented migrants who commit crimes like burglary.
We all made the decision that whatever we did, we were going to make sure that Laken Riley's name stayed in the news until we got this done.
10th District Congressman Mike Collins authored the bill. Athens Mayor Kelly Gertz says more needs to be done.
We just need comprehensive immigration policy.
Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The state of emergency is lifted in DeKalb County. It was issued by CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson in response to severe weather conditions. She says road conditions have improved significantly today. It is now 6:04 and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
New travel advisory on I-20, Bill. This one's inbound in West Atlanta. Another car fire. They're holding two right lanes, dousing this I-20 eastbound past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit number 53. As those delays get worse, you can think about jumping and using MLK or Highway 78 and Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, some alternates there. Long-standing crash downtown, still in that HOV lane, 75-85 northbound before 10th Street, exit 250. You slow back at University Avenue. And whatever we got still in that right lane, Heroes with it there, 285 north, the outer loop into cab, exit 46. Jamming that ride, leaving I-675. Checking the south side, Kobe Dawkins, Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center.
Getting into Henry County, 75 southbound, your delays start at Mount Zion Road getting to Jodico Road. And some better news, those express lanes are back open per officials. You can pack some patience, but northbound rides look great, leaving Madonna getting to the perimeter. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by for this evening. Lows tonight will be in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 43. Another frozen start on Saturday morning, lows in the low 20s. Partly cloudy for Saturday afternoon, high 46. Sunday, mostly cloudy but staying dry. Morning low 28, afternoon high near 50. Monday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers. Morning lows in the upper 30s, daytime highs in the low 50s.
Right now, 37 in Sandy Springs, 38 in Kennesaw, 35 in McDonough. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Hey, Trump.
Yeah?
Looks like you're Pete Hegseth. Although there's some mild Republican opposition.
Oh, those two broads that never vote for
All
anything.
right now.
Murkowski? The rhinos in Maine
like
and
Murkowski
Alaska.
and Collins.
And so it looks like, though, he's cleared some sort of test vote in the Senate. And looks like maybe going to be the next Secretary of Defense. But CNN reporting right now that we knew there was an NDA, which, by the way, I don't know why anybody would get involved in these things because it seems like everything gets found out anyway. Non-disclosure agreements. We knew there was a non-disclosure agreement between Hegseth and a woman, and we didn't know how much money. Now we know how much money. $50,000 was paid.
Seems low.
Well, I had something to say that if somebody accused me of something I didn't do, I would not pay money to those people. I wouldn't care. I'm sorry. I can kind of see it when like a brand does it. You know, like a place like Delta, they might be like, yeah, it's better just to pay this person, get them to shut up and stuff doesn't get in the... But as an individual, you have to understand that once anyone finds out there was an NDA involved, they're going to assume that you're guilty.
Well, the greatest pop singer of all time did the same thing.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
And nobody suspects him.
Well, I mean, he was never, found guilty of anything.
So it's just a weird thing for me. And I don't know. It's odd to me that this guy who was the host of Fox and Friends on Saturday or Sunday, or I don't know, Weekend Fox.
All right, I'm looking at CNN. You don't think any of these people did anything crazy?
That's another thing I always wonder about when we're watching these primetime shows on CNN or Fox or MSNBC, and they're reporting about somebody else's NDA. In the back of my mind, I'm like, how many people around there have...
Look, that lady can't even wash her hair.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Hey, she may be using
drag her out of bed.
the dry shampoo.
Ah, do
You're
your
in
hair.
a mood? You're in a mood?
You haven't played my song.
I know. He put together a song, a parody song, because it's so difficult.
And now I got to find a new Secretary of Defense.
I'm trying to... No, he's going to make it. He's going to make it, even though the 50,000 was there. He denies anything. So it's so hard to try to round up all the things that Trump has done in the first few days. Many of them that I agree with, and some of them a few of them I think are petty. The Gulf of Mexico thing I think is just silly.
Gulf of America.
I am 60 years old. I am telling you, I have never in my life heard anyone complain about that. Anyone, anywhere on the political spectrum, never once have I heard anyone say, that ought to be called the Gulf of America ever. That one came out of a fever dream.
Don't forget, on the other side of Mexico, there is the Gulf of California, so maybe Mexico will try to take that one back.
Well, possibly.
Gulf of Tijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, George.
Gulf of San Diego.
And what I said about that is already happening, right? It's the next dumb thing that Americans argue about. So you're going to have some meteorologists who call it one thing, some that call it the other. We just found out that AP has come out and said we're going to continue to call it the Gulf of Mexico no matter what. I think I can predict that Fox News and Fox Weather are going to go Gulf of America. This is going to be our newest thing. So you're going to know how somebody votes if that comes up at all and how they call that. You're going to know exactly how they vote and where they stand. Yes?
The only logical thing I've heard surrounding that, and I have zero idea if
Is
it's
this the
actually
oil
true.
thing?
Yes. Is that
No, I
that's
just
not a thing?
doesn't
that
add up to me.
Biden banned offshore drilling in the Gulf of Mexico, so we've got to change it to the Gulf of America. So
I'm highly
That
suspicious
sounds-
of that. It's the same body of water. Now, if somebody who knows better gives us an open mic and
it does sound like somebody made that up
It
to
seems
fit the
idiotic.
narrative. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be if there was a typo, right? Like
Right.
in a legal document. They'd be like, well, then that's fine. That's not me.
Yeah,
You know,
we don't have to
you
do it.
mistyped my
Yep,
name.
that's right. Yeah, it was mistyped, so I don't know you any money. Yeah,
but that's the
like
only
that.
5D chess thing that I've heard. That this.
We
could
had an open
equal
micer
to.
yesterday that made that same theory about
Yeah,
that too.
I don't know.
Like,
Trump seems to say it just sounds beautiful.
It does. Rolls right off the tongue. Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America. What a beautiful name.
So
what a beautiful
there's some
name.
things, a lot I agree with, some things I disagree with, some things I think are silly like that. But there's just a lot to try to keep up with. And Trump was kind enough to take a little time, and you don't have a lot of time. With
I'm
all
busy.
these
My
executive
wrist-
orders.
My arm
and
is hurting from all of this.
Truth Social Post.
Well, that's late at
You
night.
got,
Now, what's with the capital letters and all the things? Are you just
'Cause
copying
I'm
and
old.
pasting? I mean, every word doesn't have to be capitalized.
Lock.
Old people use capitalization.
Lock. Caps lock.
I mean, I know I'm old, but older.
Even then, though, like in some of the sentences, certain phrases, it's not that the whole word would be
Oh, he
capitalized.
capitalizes things?
It'd be like the cat, like if you
Well,
said
it's for
fire,
emphasis.
if you said like fire truck or something like that, like the F and fire would be cat. It's like you don't
Well,
need
the
to capitalize.
beautiful fire trucks, they should be proper nouns.
So there's so many things that you were kind enough to create a little parody. What is it to the REM song? It's
REM.
REM. It's the end of the world as we know it.
How great it starts with some big pens. Make America great again. Donald Trump is back, my friends. Gulf of America, that's what we call it now. January 6 indeed, 1,500 folks are freed. Parasteel is gone, no more dead whales. Drilling is fulfilling, never fear to win. Screw win. Fighting folks are fired, never coming back again. And the Panama Canal is ours by right. Mountain, back to calling it McKinley. With McCuskey whining on blue sky. Lot of words, line by line, orders issued. Trump never stops. Look at Big Pen, then again sign it. Oh, there it goes. Immigration cartel group, and that'll do a big list. Terrorists. What else do we need? More EOs I will feed. Tell your birthright citizenship and how much that is. Oh, that's a lot, right? Feeling pretty psyched. It's the end of the world as you knew it. It's the end of the world as you knew it. It's the end of the world as you knew it. But we'll be fine. My God, that's a lot of words. By the way, did you guys talk to Elon? Yeah, tell him to lay off a little bit, okay? All right, I gotta go. Bye.
I have to admit, now this is the second time we've heard that. I really only understand like half the words in that song.
Well, it's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words.
I didn't say it fast.
Something about EO, something.
Executive order.
Oh, EO. Okay, executive order. That's very fast. That was very quick.
Should we listen to it again?
You want to hear it one more time?
It is fun and informative.
It's
That
fun,
is true.
and this is when Paul Simon had the hit "Call Me Al" when you go see him live, which by the way was a great show with musicians from around the world. When he did "Call Me Al," after it was over, he would just stand there for a second, and then they just restarted the song and did it a second time because the audience just loved it that much. So let's learn from the great Paul Simon and let's have a little more fun facts.
How great it starts with some big pens. Make America great again. Donald Trump is back, my friends. Gulf of America, that's what we call it now. January 6 indeed, 1,500 folks are freed. Parasteel is gone, no more dead whales. Drilling is fulfilling, never fear to win. Screw win. Fighting folks are fired, never coming back again. And the Panama Canal is ours by right. Mountain, back to calling it McKinley. With McCuskey whining on blue sky. Lot of words, line by line, orders issued. Trump never stops. Look at Big Pen, then again sign it. Oh, there it goes. Immigration cartel group, and that'll do a big list. Terrorists. What else do we need? More EOs I will feed. Tell your birthright citizenship and how much that is. Oh, that's a lot, right? Feeling pretty psyched. It's the end of the world as you knew it. It's the end of the world as you knew it. It's the end of the world as you knew it. But we'll be fine. My God, that's a lot of words. By the way, did you guys talk to Elon? Yeah, tell him to lay off a little bit, okay? All right, I gotta go. Bye.
The fire part. Okay, what's going on there? The something fire.
Wildfires, right?
I know, but what exactly was the words there?
Incompetence. I got it written down somewhere.
Because that time around, I think I picked up like 2/3 of it pretty well.
This guy's been busy. He's talked more to the press, I think, in the last couple of days
than Biden did in 4 years.
Seriously.
I do talk to them a lot.
Well, it's interesting that there is a different kind of thing going on this time around, though. I think that there's more.
Well, he's had the job before. He knows.
Well, there's that, but I just think on the part of the media, they're just a little more acclimated to this now. I noticed that. I only watched a couple of minutes of it, but in the Oval Office, they do some signings or whatever, and then the press is in there for a few minutes, and they ask him questions, and. I don't know, maybe it was just a couple of minutes, and I think that this is something that's kind of smart if reporters are realizing this. As long as the reporter doesn't get belligerent, he will answer any question. As long as they don't kind of like show that Jim Acosta, I'm advocating for the silent and the unheard who can't be in this room and all that, nonsense. Basically, if you just ask questions in a rational way, he will answer anything.
Like, for example, him talking about the letter that Biden left. There's a moment where they're shouting questions at him.
Well, let's do traffic first, then we'll come back.
Okay, we'll come back, and you'll get to hear the audio if you haven't heard it yet.
Oh, wow, that's exciting. Don't go away, folks. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on I-20 in West Atlanta.
And at 6:16, Eric, it's another car fire. They got it doused, though. I-20 eastbound, just past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53, been in 2 right lanes. Looks like it's going to go down to 1 right lane block, but bottom line, you're slow almost back to 285. You can use MLK, Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, or Highway 78 as alternates. Long-standing crash, can't shake this one. It's still in that HOV lane downtown. 75-85 northbound up around the Varsity is approaching 10th Street, and that is adding to those delays from University Avenue. Southbound delays start at the 85-400 merge, but it improves the closer you get down to North Avenue and William Street. I got some trouble on I-285 in DeKalb County. Kobe Dawkins, Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center.
And it's 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20, exit 46. It's blocking 1 right lane, and we're still seeing tough delays stretching to I-675. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, we're looking for a home for Sherry. Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News. Sherry's our first WSB Dog of the Month. With Paws Atlanta, we're looking for Sherry's new family. She is 4, she's cuddly and curious. Meet her at WSBRadio.com/dog. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, will pay the adoption fee too. Have a look, WSBRadio.com/dog.
Take a moment and think of one thing that you really wanted to do recently, but you didn't because your foot, leg, or back pain got in the way. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and that's why we're here, to help you get back out there. Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store are designed to alleviate foot, knee, hip, and back pain, plus provide improved balance, more comfort, and, well, a better life. Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The Good Feet store. Walk-ins welcome, or visit goodfeet.com for more information.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Georgia farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlGeorgia.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Georgia farmers.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
You can find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
All right. Yeah, this is an interesting thing. I don't know if this was staged. Is this real? Because every incoming president knows that the outgoing president has left a little note, and I'm assuming in the same place, same drawer, like it's a known place. And I guess in the middle of some sort of back and forth with the press, they said, "Hey, did you get that note?" And then he's like, "Oh, maybe it's around here." Is that? Am I supposed to believe that was real?
That was the initial response. So he's like, "Oh,
Right.
I haven't checked it," and then he checked it, he found it, and they keep asking about it.
All
and
right.
this is where this moment picks up.
Did you get the letter? I said, wait a minute, let's see the letter. It's sort of a tradition. You put it in the drawer, especially of the beautiful
Stop for a
Resolute
second. I
desk.
love the way that he gets caught up in minutia.
Drawer.
The drawer? The drawer. They put it in the drawer. The drawer is an old drawer. It's a good drawer. It's been there for a long time.
A lot of places in that drawer, a lot of letters in that drawer, beautiful letters.
Harry Truman put letters in that drawer.
Did you get the letter? I said, wait a minute, let's see the letter. It's sort of a tradition. You put it in the drawer, especially of the beautiful Resolute desk, right?
Right.
And I opened the drawer, and there it was. It said to number 47. And it was a very nice letter. I mean, I could show it because I think it was a nice letter. Maybe I will. I think just basically it was a little bit of an inspirational type letter, you know. Enjoy it. do a good job. Important, very important, how important the job is. But I think it was a nice letter. I think I should let people see it because it was a positive for him in writing it. I appreciated the letter.
It's very odd because then we have this other audio. So on one hand, he said, "Wow, what a nice guy." He leaves this letter. It was heartfelt.
In the drawer.
It was in the drawer, the beautiful and the beautiful
drawer,
resolute.
And I hit the side to open it.
But then
there any
we
gum
have
on that drawer?
we have another piece of audio where he appears to me to be threatening to possibly prosecute him and put him in jail because when the other one he's talking about the pardons, but he didn't.
It's funny. You go from like the ABC, CBS, NBC news outlets where he said that first piece of audio.
Yeah.
Then you go over to Fox with
it's
Hannity.
very nice. It's wonderful. It's fantastic.
Then you go over to Fox with Hannity, and
This guy went around giving everybody pardons. And you know, the funny thing, maybe the sad thing, is he didn't give himself a pardon. And if you look at it, it all had to do with him.
So on one hand, it's like, hey, nice guy, at least in this note. On the other hand, there's like this threat of you didn't pardon yourself, and I feel like you're at the center of it all. Are you are you going through a little mood change? You know, you've been the schedule's
Am I
been
going
strange.
through the change?
Are you going through the change?
Am I going through the beautiful change?
Are you going through the
People
beautiful
go through the beautiful change.
maybe the
yeah.
pardon's in the draw.
The pardon? Well, look, I mean, he did. He pardoned his whole family. Why? Going back to 2014.
Yeah,
What-
okay.
Okay. Also for Fauci. Why? All the way back to 2014.
But it seems like you were
Well, he
kind
did-
of threatening
he
there.
He
didn't pardon himself.
Look, I have to get somebody. Somebody screwed me. And I'm just saying, I mean, it's like it was a nice pardon. It was a
Are you
beautiful
really going to
pardon.
go after like an 83-year-old man?
Like I'm not that much younger than he is, and look what I had to endure.
I'll tell you this. It does show.
Lawfare.
Politics aside, seeing him on the news all the time with the executive orders and the little mini press conferences, it's obvious that we age differently because Trump is not that much younger than Biden.
No.
What, 3-4 years?
Couple of years.
And it is such a change to see you can disagree with him, you can dislike him, you can whatever, but
he's there.
He's there. And it's so different. Like if somebody says something, he'll respond in the moment. He can improvise in the moment.
Yeah, the guy shuffled away from reporters for 4 straight years. Wandered off.
And Jared's right. He probably, if you counted the minutes, he may be nearing already the amount of times he's talked to the press and taking questions from the press as Biden did in 4 years.
Well, even when he was with Hannity, he knows how to do those BS answers in a better way
Oh,
than
you think
Biden
that-
did. This is a first off, it's a bad question from Hannity, but then he's doing he sounds like an elementary school student that didn't read the book they were going to present the book report on, in my humble opinion. But you
Send
be
your
the judge.
cards and letters to Jared Yamamoto.
You be the judge here. I just
Apparently
can pick up
just
on
likes MAGA. I don't know.
I did not say
He's
that.
always telling me how terrible the whole movement is.
Jared's a rhino.
Listen to this here. Just listen to Trump's response in particular.
At any point, did you doubt you would be back here?
So it's a great question. It's something I don't think about. I never really thought about it. I don't think about, gee, will I be back? I just do it. I get it done. I get things done. I'm good at getting things done, and I set my mind to it.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
I'm
perfect sense.
good at getting things done, and if I set my mind to it, I'm good at getting that done.
I think
It's a little loopy there to me.
Maybe. I think what he's saying is I don't.
Congratulations, birds.
That's what it's.
Listen, it's light years better than what we've had.
I
but
do want to get to this because I think that there's some Republicans that are probably getting mad at him about the TikTok thing. Sean Hannity did not want to challenge him, but you can tell in here that Sean Hannity does not agree with Donald Trump. He doesn't want to let him know. It's a very interesting answer about TikTok.
You're dealing with a lot of young people, so
They love it.
is it that important for China to be spying on young people, on young kids watching crazy videos and things?
I don't want China spying on anybody.
No, but they make your telephones and they make your computers and they make a lot of other things. Isn't that a bigger threat?
I'm sure that'll be part of your discussions with President Xi, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. Let me go.
Punt.
Yeah,
Punt.
okay.
Punt.
Obviously. So Hannity now has to come down a few. He's got to. Yeah, within the next couple of days, he has to be in complete alignment.
By the way, I just joined TikTok with Linda. It's a wonderful app, and check it out.
All right, Alex Williams says there's a car fire cleanup on I-20 in West Atlanta.
And much better news at 626, Eric. They got everything off to the right. All lanes back open. 20 eastbound past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, but still slow from Holmes Drive. Still got the crash downtown. HOV lane block, 7585 northbound before 10th Street. Better news on 400 in Forsyth County. Kobe Dawkins.
In that earlier crash, Georgia 400 northbound before Highway 141, exit 13, it's clear, but slight delays remain. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Jewelry Gram, it's your friends at Shane Company, here to remind you that Valentine's Day is Friday, February 14th. It's the most romantic day of the year to give and get fine jewelry. We have expertly crafted gifts for every type of sweetheart. For the one, we'll help you propose with the dream engagement ring. Come see our wide selection of hand-picked natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes. In stock and ready to compare side by side right here in our store. Or maybe you'll fall in love with the natural, colorful gemstone. At Shane Company, we're known for our sapphires in every color of the rainbow. We have options for every style and budget. Get creative and design a custom necklace with meaningful charms, including 14-karat gold letters, engravable hearts, and birthstones. Our mother-of-pearl heart-shaped collection makes a perfect gift that's ready to give. At Shane Company, love is always in the air with our unmatched free lifetime warranty, everyday competitive prices, and no-pressure shopping experience. Come see us in-store and at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
It's just not normal, friends. The pain caused from chronic joint pain day after day. But some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again in 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, joint preservation. Yes, you can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story, President Trump signs an executive order mandating the release of all government files related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
The order builds on a 1992 law authorizing intelligence agencies to start releasing the files. Trump said, quote, everything will be revealed.
A lot of people are waiting for this for years. For decades.
In 2022, some information about the assassination was released, but the files were heavily redacted. The order also requires the files related to the assassinations of Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King to be released. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
39 degrees in Atlanta. Will we see a warm-up ahead? And what about rain chances? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A rally at City Hall in support of the man killed during the clearing of a homeless encampment in Atlanta.
Southwest Sweeps!
Holding signs saying justice for Cornelius Taylor, the group on the steps of City Hall say the death of Taylor shows the need for an overhaul of Atlanta's policies regarding the homeless. Community activist Derek Bozeman.
We're here at the City Council meeting today to say clearly to this mayor and to the City Council that platitudes and I'm sorry is not enough.
The city says Taylor's death was a tragic accident. The group says they want to meet with the mayor to talk about changes. At City Hall, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Happening now, the Fulton County School Board is meeting to consider a controversial plan to close 2 elementary schools. Superintendent Mike Looney wants Spalding Drive Elementary in Sandy Springs and Park Lane Elementary in East Point shut down because he says enrollment is down and he says they cost too much to operate. A mystery is solved as Gwinnett County Police make an arrest in a more than 4-year-old murder case.
61-year-old Ray Neal of Lawrenceville was killed back in 2019. Gwinnett County Police re-examined the case this year when a family member of Neal's came forward with new information about a suspect. Investigators interviewed 50-year-old Karen Hunt, and she's now been charged with felony murder and aggravated assault. Hunt was already in jail for a 2022 stabbing. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
Former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins is a step closer to becoming the nation's VA secretary.
I also appreciate his commitment to putting veterans first and to being forthright and transparent with this committee.
Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas chairs the Veterans Affairs Committee, which today approves Collins' nomination. He still needs to be confirmed by the full Senate, which could happen in a matter of days. Operations returned to normal today at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport after the winter weather, and now Atlanta's mayor wants to put a stop to the recent TSA callouts.
Wait times at domestic security checkpoints spiked as high as 90 minutes in the middle of the winter weather. Atlanta Mayor Andre Diggins says it's partially because of staffing issues at the TSA, a federal entity.
Those people yesterday had 150 call-outs.
This left the lower north terminal closed for hours. He says he's tried to push for action.
I wrote a letter in December to the federal TSA authority. I told them that whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then we got a Peach Bowl and all this stuff, I said, we can't have what we've been seeing as these call-outs.
Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Many cars on Metro Atlanta roads are under a recall that needs to be fixed. The metro area ranks 3rd in the nation for the number of unfixed recalls with over 600,000 vehicles. A Carfax study shows there are over 58 million vehicles on the road in the U.S. with a recall that needs to be repaired, which is about 1 in 5 of all vehicles in the country. Georgia ranks 5th in the nation with over 500,000 vehicles in need of a fix. Those numbers are separate from the ones in the Metro Atlanta area. This might shock you if you're planning to finance a new car soon. Edmunds says in last year's fourth quarter, nearly 1 in 5 new vehicle buyers took on loans with monthly payments of $1,000 or more, which is a record high. It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Been a rough afternoon through downtown, Bill, and it continues with this crash. I think it should be clearing any time now, but still in that HOV lane, 75-85 northbound before 10th Street, exit 250. The heavy delays stretch almost back to Langford Parkway. Southbound, you're on and off the brakes from the 85-400 merge, trying to get down to I-20. Still a little sluggish in West Atlanta, 20 eastbound, leaving Holmes Drive, where this car fire cleanup. All the cars are off to the right, not seeing any flashing lights with it now. 20 eastbound past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. Been slow on I-285 into Cobb County. Kobe Dawkins, Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center.
And that's correct. 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20, exit 46. Dealing with some right lane trouble. Seeing those delays stretch back to I-675. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A few clouds passing by for this evening. Lows tonight will be in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 43. Another frozen start on Saturday morning, lows in the low 20s. Partly cloudy for Saturday afternoon, high 46. Sunday, mostly cloudy but staying dry. Morning low 28, afternoon high near 50. Monday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers. Morning lows in the upper 30s, daytime highs in the low 50s.
Right now, 35 in Dunwoody, 39 in Midtown Atlanta, and 33 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Heavy rain, strong winds, and damaging storms recently impacted North Georgia. How did your roof hold up? Heavy rains expose roof leaks and can lead to water damage. Schedule a free roof analysis from Dave Baker, trusted and recommended Findlay Roofing. FindlayRoofing.com.
Roof. At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing better weight management treatment options. Making sure that those who need GLP-1s have access to them is the first step.
1 mile complete.
And we help them take the right steps after that, giving them the personalized support they need to keep going.
4-mile complete.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
JIC, Flat Face Seal, BSP, and DEN. If you know what these are, then listen up.
I'm Victoria Holloway. We can replicate hose assembly on site with Mobile Hydraulics of Georgia.
Call 770-HYD-HOSE or try our website, HYDHOSE.com.
Do you frequently ask family and friends to repeat themselves? Do you struggle to understand conversations when you're at a restaurant, missing important life moments? Hi, this is Dr. Prince from Atlanta Hearing Associates, and we can help you hear better again. At Atlanta Hearing Associates, we combine the latest technology with compassionate care given by doctors of audiology to help you successfully manage hearing loss and get back to enjoying your life to the fullest. We offer hearing tests for individuals of all ages with easy online scheduling at hearatlanta.com. Symptoms: your hearing is muffled or words are not clear. It's difficult to hear when there is background noise. You turn the TV volume way up. If you noticed any of these symptoms, it's time to have a hearing test. Come on in and see us at Atlanta Hearing Associates. Easy online scheduling is available at hearatlanta.com. HEAR Atlanta.com.
Who's Rachel Sennott?
Oh, that name sounds so familiar. Why am I blanking?
She was with Bo and Yang. I know that. I don't watch Saturday Night Live anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. They shouldn't be trying to create comedy for 60-year-olds.
Yes.
So is she on Saturday Night Live, or is she just a comedian?
I don't know if she's on SNL, but she's a comedian.
So did anybody watch they always, that is weird to me. The Oscars always make a big deal out of the nominations. It's like a show in and of itself. And so they have the hosts, these two hosts, who tell us who all the nominees are.
She was in the SNL movie that you guys liked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who did she play?
I'll find out.
Okay. So it looks like I'm looking. So this picture, you can't hardly see her. I would guess maybe Gilda Radner she played. I don't know.
Rosie Schuster.
Rosie Schuster. So she was great in that movie. She was excellent in that movie. All right. So although the movie apparently is more fiction than fact, it's still a good movie. It's still fun. So does anybody ever watch these live broadcasts of the nominations?
No,
only industry people, I think.
Well, yeah, because they want to see if they actually got nominated, because it's still, it's still important. The Oscars are still important to the industry. They used to be important to everyone else too. Like people cared. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just kind of aged out of it or whatever. Do people really still care about who gets Movie of the Year?
I think that
What got Movie of the Year last year?
It got people going.
Hold on, quick. Movie of the Year last year. Quick.
I'm blanking. Oh, Oppenheimer.
Oh, that's right.
Barbie.
No, it was
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer, yeah.
2 years ago. What was the best movie? Come on,
Going
quick.
with the Barbie.
The Hereditary.
That one best movie?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That seems a little too weird.
What's the one? It was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Was that 2 years ago?
That
might have been more than
That was 2 years ago.
I haven't seen that either.
Unfrosted was better.
It was. I laughed more. It was overrated, but when it was overrated. But when you say something was overrated or overhyped, I think sometimes people assume you mean it stinks. I don't mean that. I just mean it wasn't as good as. I mean, it was just it was like a Marvel movie, except with like an art house feel to it. There was a lot of fighting, but fighting across different dimensions and having this sort of, kind of weird idea about saying put everything on a bagel and then everything in the world is put on it and it creates a black hole or something. I don't know.
It was fun.
Weird things happen.
It was fun. It wasn't the biggest thinking movie, but it was creative for it.
It was somewhat thinking. I mean, it was going along with a lot of the quantum physics and all of that, and so it was clever. And if I had just seen it out of nowhere, it would have taken me by surprise. I would have thought, "Oh, where did that come from? What an interesting movie!" But it was so overhyped that when I saw it, I thought, okay, it was decent. I didn't quite. I don't know why we're getting off on this from a couple of years ago, but I didn't get the friction between the daughter and the mother.
Oh, see, I felt that.
I didn't get it because she was a lesbian, and there was never any issue with her being a lesbian, and it was never an issue. So why was there tension? I never understood why there was tension.
The mother didn't pay attention to her and didn't know that she was lesbian, and that's why that was the concern.
Tell her.
Well, that was a big part. She wanted to be more involved in her life.
Okay.
The daughter wanted the mother to be more involved in the life.
Maybe one day I'd see, and that come down to the end of it, where I was like, she's just whining. Like I didn't feel it. I didn't feel like, oh yes, you were neglected.
I remember we had a big debate here on this show.
I mean, even the old grandfather accepted her lifestyle. Like I didn't get the tension. It
was about involvement in her life, if I remember correctly. It's been a while.
At the end, when they're going off like that, I'm just like, will you just stop whining about everything? Your mom's busy. She's trying to run a dry cleaning operation or whatever the hell it was. Was it a laundromat or
a laundromat?
Yeah. Anyway, the point is.
So yes, I do remember the last two winners, and oftentimes
it took you a while.
I have friends that
do pretty fast, Eric.
But it took them a little while.
I have friends that do Oscars parties, and they are more interested in film than my general friend group. So I would say it's good to be informed about movies that I may not have watched.
Wouldn't it be better if they actually made lots of good movies these days?
I agree. Yeah, there's some of them are just bad.
Because every couple, I don't like. I haven't seen Wicked, and I know you love it. But even if Wicked is decent,
it is.
I think in the old days it would have been ignored by the Oscars.
It would have.
It would have been seen as like popular popcorn fare, and it seems like now the Oscars may be becoming the old man on the dance floor. And trying to these popular stuff. Let's get a hold of this.
Think about how many times there were Star Wars movies that did well and they didn't get involved in those conversations.
Right.
I think that they have to change their metrics.
There's no other movie that has had more of an effect on the population as a movie than Star Wars. Now go back and look. Maybe it won like music or something.
Yeah,
probably
it didn't win acting or directing awards. I think Lawrence Kasdan was nominated
for writer.
No.
Was he a director?
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, but that's not the first one. The first one is the one that set the world on fire. No movie, and I can guarantee you this, Titanic was big in the late 90s, mid-90s. No movie has had the effect on popular culture that Star Wars had. None has ever come close. And the Oscars... And when they give it to like the music or something like that, or the costume design,
that's just like,
all right, we got to acknowledge something happened here.
Star Wars got 6 Oscars.
For what?
Oh, all for art direction, costume, sound.
That's what I'm saying. Is this is a huge movie, so we got to give them something. But for the most part, the Oscars were snobby, and they were like, well, that's just popcorn fare. We're about films. And who's the best? Whereas now, in the last few years, I feel like they've been a little more inclusive. Hey, these kids are idiots. This is what
throw in the Marvel movies.
This is what they're watching. Have they ever? They've pretty much ignored the Marvel movies.
The Marvel movies, if they win anything, is much like the Star Wars. It gets the sound or like the.
And I haven't seen Wicked, so maybe it deserves everything. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
A Star Wars picture hasn't won an Oscar since 1981.
Was that Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, and it won for best sound.
See,
that's ridiculous.
Again, didn't have quite the impact of the first one, even though we all know it's the best one. Nothing impacted the world.
Like Star Wars.
Like Star Wars did. No other movie. I mean, I guess Gone with the Wind was huge in its day. Wizard of Oz was not.
Oh, it wasn't?
Not at the time that it came out. Well, I don't know if it wasn't a complete and total flop, but it wasn't huge.
I like Under the Rainbow with Chevy Chase.
Now that should have won some
Carrie
Oscars.
Fisher sure should have.
Boy, I never saw
Billy
that.
Barty, Best Actor.
I never saw that movie, but I'm guessing that it would be considered problematic today.
Very much so.
So that was the one that was about all of the little people.
In the movie, yeah.
In the movie. And was Chevy Chase like their wrangler or something?
I haven't watched it since it was on HBO the first time.
Did you find it funny as a child?
When I was a little kid, I did because I loved Chevy Chase and Carrie Fisher. And Billy Barty.
Alex, so my point is... I just don't think that people care about the Oscars, but maybe it's just me. I mean, people don't go to theaters anymore.
I was going to invite you to my friend's Oscars party, but I guess not now that you have
Ew,
that.
he's
old. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Is this your grandpa?
Yeah,
Aww.
yeah.
Hi.
It's not the Oscars that would keep
Do
you.
you want something to drink?
They're making like motions with their hands.
Do Do you need help going to the bathroom?
Like I'm in the miracle worker or something. Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in West Atlanta.
And at 646, Eric, it's right next to where we had the earlier car fire. That cleared. Now a crash happens in 2 right lanes. I-20 eastbound past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. As delays get worse, you can use MLK, Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, Highway 78. Some of your alternates finally cleared up the long-lasting crash. Been with us all afternoon downtown, 7585 northbound before 10th Street. So you're in recovery mode as you leave University Avenue. Southbound delays, they're sluggish from the 85-400 merge as you make your way through Midtown and downtown. What's the story been on I-285 in DeKalb County? Kobe Dawkins, School Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Well, it's not looking good in DeKalb County. 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20 exit 46. Crash continues to knock out 1 right lane, seeing delays stretching to Boulder Crest Road. And this report is sponsored by Clue at the Fox Theater. Clue, the ultimate whodunit based on the classic board game, plays the Fox Theater January 28th through February 2nd. Get tickets at BroadwayInAtlanta.com. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
On air,
online,
on the app,
where you get your news,
is where you'll win.
Download the WSB Radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Yo, I just won $1,000 from WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday.
Thank you, Jesus. What's that?
Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
First chance to win is tomorrow at 8.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
On 95.5 WSB.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Georgia farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlGeorgia.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Georgia farmers.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just 1 visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 888-471-3896. That's 888-471-3896. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call.
If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refunds belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax-confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Some of these movies that are nominated may be very good. Most of them I have not heard of. And that doesn't make, I'm not making a statement like they're not, I mean, I don't pay attention. So,
Well,
I mean,
with
you
all
know,
the different
I haven't watched a movie probably in 2 weeks.
With some going out directly to streaming and with some going to the theaters, it does change the game a little bit there. Some are heavily marketed, some are not heavily marketed.
So this movie, Anora, is up for Best Picture, and there are in other categories, actors from that movie are up. I've never heard of Anora. Have I? Have I heard of it? I don't know. George Clark, you know movies.
So the Florida Project guy, that's the director.
Oh, okay. I'm interested in that.
The Tangerine movie. So
Yeah.
he did that movie as well. And
Okay.
it got the best reviews of the year. I haven't seen it myself, but it got great reviews.
I've only seen parts of those other two movies.
Yeah.
But in the parts that I've seen, I could see that it was an interesting director.
He's good. I'm interested
Point
in
of
seeing
view.
it, yeah.
Okay, so it's all about POV, right, Tim Andrews?
Oh, yeah. That's my. Oh, wait, what?
The Brutalist. This one I've heard of. Everybody's talking about it. There's some anger about the fact that they use some AI. I don't want to do the whole package. We don't have enough time. But there's some anger about the fact that they use some AI.
To make sure they get the dialect of the
The
language.
Hungarian.
You hire a vocal coach.
Okay, there's that. Or it's a lot cheaper to do this, but people are saying it's a great movie. Is it about an architect?
Yeah.
So we have a flop in Megalopolis. It's about has architects and engineers and city building.
Yep.
And then we have this, which is a huge hit.
I'm going to
And
the Razzies.
You're going, yeah. I know you like the Razzies better than the Oscars, as probably I do as well. Complete Unknown, I've heard of. That's the Bob Dylan movie. Tim Andrews saw it and enjoyed it very much. Conclave, I've never heard of it.
That's Ralph Fiennes is like doing. There's the Pope.
Rafe.
Something with
Is
the
it
Pope.
Rafe? The L is
that's
silent.
right.
Rafe
Yeah,
Fiennes.
they're at the
It was good.
Vatican.
Oh, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I have heard about this one.
Mhm.
It's a scandal at the Vatican.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2 is up.
That's not going to win anything.
It didn't do anything for me. Dune Part 2. I love the book. I like the first movie.
Bad.
I may. Everyone else tells me I'm wrong about this. Maybe I was
Folly a
a
Dune.
Folly a Dune. I was. I think it's possible. Sometimes you'll watch a movie in a bad mood. Not a bad mood, but maybe you're tired or you're not
First
up for
one's
the
better
whole.
than the second one.
Okay, that's what I thought. But I'm
Boy,
told I'm an
I
idiot.
hated Mary
mediocre.
Poppins.
Amelia Perez. This is the one that's somewhat controversial because the trans actress is being in the actress category, and that's supposed to make people on the radio blah blah. You know what I think about that? Good luck. I don't care. But I don't know what this movie is about. I don't know what it's about.
I don't know either.
But
Some
it's
kind
getting
of-
good
it's a
reviews.
cartel story, I believe.
Oh, it's like a cartel boss that transitions or something like that.
I believe so.
I'm still here. You may be, but I don't know who you are because I haven't heard of the movie. Nickel Boys.
Never.
I've not heard of.
It's a Nickelback biopic.
Oh, okay, good. The Substance.
It's Nickelback and Backstreet Boys.
The Substance is the one with Demi Moore. And my wife saw it and said she thought it was great. Demi Moore is also up for an Oscar.
That did well at the Golden Globes too.
Yeah. And Wicked. Jared Yamamoto loves Wicked.
I didn't say love. I thought it was better than
Loves
expected.
Wicked.
You like chick movies, huh?
Yeah, chick lit.
We'll let all the other radio shows go off on Amelia Perez. I'll just say,
good luck to everybody.
Congratulations.
May the best movie in person win.
And good luck. Good luck to you.
Good luck to everybody. Okay.
All right. That music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up. Get the hell out. And you know us. We do what we're told. We're good patriots. You know what that means. We never question authority.
Exactly.
Get the orders. Do what you're told. Shelley Winter is up next with a great radio show, as always. We'll be back tomorrow to do one more of these, starting at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Do not piss off the genie.
656, School Day Carrier, WSB 24-hour traffic center. Travel advisory in West Atlanta. Crash 2 right lanes. I-20 eastbound past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. Use MLK, Joseph E. Boone, or Highway 78 as alternates. Recovery mode downtown. Connector north from University Avenue. Up into Midtown where trouble cleared around 10th Street. And long-lasting trouble still in the right lane into DeKalb. 285 northbound. The outer loop at I-20, exit 46. Slow back toward Boulder Crest Road. Have a good night. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Money Update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
In a survey that Charles Schwab did, the average person say they'll need to save $1.8 million for retirement. But what is the average person approaching retirement having saved? $87,000. People say, hey, you know, to live the life I want to live and not work anymore, I need nearly $2 million. But then the average person has less than $100,000. That's not going to work. The earlier you start, the more you save, changes the game.
Hey, get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home for maximum value, and that's without the stress of listing your home on the market. Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, trying to sell your home can be overwhelming. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the entire hassle, get an all-cash offer, and close within days. That means no showings, no open houses, and the best part, no stress. Just go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer will be, and then you can start packing.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family's security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called them. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000